Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of One Nation Radio. I'm James Boyd, and here we have Rich Latta. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Ready to review another incredible AEW pay-per-view show, and there's a new WWE champion, so we got a couple things here to hit him with on a Monday.
Yes, on a Monday, you gotta take advantage of this attention that this weekend of pro wrestling has had. Like, look, this is last time in a long time, the first time in a long time we've had both companies doing things that both promotions fans like a lot. So to take advantage of that, we have brought in maybe the most positive man in professional wrestling, Floyd Johnson Jr. of all things elite. What's going on, man?
I am doing great. Rich hit me up earlier and said, do you want to be on the show? I actually took tonight off work just randomly. I just needed a break. So it was like it lined up perfectly. And I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get warmed up. You know, I don't like to talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Notoriously famous podcasters that don't like to talk, right? Look, but don't you just hear the enthusiasm of Floyd, boys? Don't you see the happiness? Don't that sound like a man that watched something that he enjoyed this past weekend? Don't it sound like it?
I did.
Are we miserable? Is that what it is? Is One Nation Radio just miserable?
I don't know.
Perhaps.
No. Sometimes I get bogged down,
Yes.
in the small things, but it's you got to analyze it. Got to be tough with this business. They say it's a tough business. We got to be tough with it.
That's true. It is a tough business.
I truly think you can analyze it and y'all can talk and be like, I didn't like this, I didn't like this, but still enjoy the experience of watching it. It's just when you're after, why am I listening to this show if you're not providing me any thoughts on how you felt about it? Why am I listening to the show if I'm not getting anything from it? And honestly, I listen to your show every week. You're like my weekly listen, you and Keeping It Strong style, because y'all laugh so much.
Okay.
Y'all laugh a lot. Y'all, y'all even make shitting on something fun.
Okay.
Honestly,
as long as you get value out of it, because sometimes it's like I be at my wit's end with some of the stuff, man. Like I be like, hey man, why am I doing this? Like I just watched Pluverus, or I just watched or X-Men, for example. X-Men 97 is coming out this weekend or this week or whatever. It's like sometimes I'm watching that, something like, yo, while I'm watching this and then dissecting like this childish attempt of what storyline of soap operas are, melodrama, like I could be watching things better than this. And sometimes I'm like, why am I even doing this outside of just I want to talk to my friend once a week for a long period of time? So at least people get value out of it, I guess.
Dude, I'll tell you, the guilty pleasures. The show's a lot better when y'all don't like something.
Sick. This is a sick Negro.
Y'all go in so hard and take different angles I didn't even think about going in on, and I'm just like,
you know what it is? You know what I think it is? It's like I feel like it's very fucking simple to come up with like whatever you want to do in wrestling. Like you can do the same couple stories a bunch of different ways, and you have all the inspiration. You have the history of wrestling to pull from. So almost it should never be bad, almost, right? Barring injury, barring extenuating circumstances, it should never suck, especially with all the talent that's out there. And it's like, no, there's no excuse for this.
And to be fair, I think sometimes it's like we like something, but we are us, so it's like we overanalyze things because we do this with everything. We do this with sports. We overanalyze the careers of Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Victor Wembanyama or SGA, for example, in sports. We do this with everything. So I think it does come down to that of like, nothing's perfect. But am I enjoying this on the ride? And then sometimes it's like, sometimes the journey ain't worth it. And then sometimes it's like you get a show like last night or even like the stuff that happened this weekend is like, see, this what we talking about. When we be on this show breaking our foots off in their asses, it's because, like Rich said, sometimes it's like, hey, shouldn't this shit be easy? Should Obafemi just win King of the Ring and not the Yeet Man, Jey Uso?
Yeah.
James, did you hear what they did with Obafemi's decision?
Yes. Is it night one? Is Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar night one?
Brother, this man he decided he did not want the title match. I said, actually, I just want to wrestle Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell.
He said the title will always be there. The title will always be there.
Ask Sami Zayn about that.
Yep. I'm just like, just ask. Honestly,
man.
ask dude from
Just
AEW.
ask anybody. Playing the saxophone. Look.
ask Adam Cole. He was supposed to be AEW champion. Life happens. Life.
That's what I was getting at.
Life
Dan
happens.
Marino.
As people that watch, exactly.
Yeah.
You get there and you never know, right?
You never know.
You can have 5 competitive games in the NBA Finals, and then see at the end you see a guy that's 22, another guy that's 22, another guy that's all of them 22, and then next thing you know they trade one motherfucker during the middle of an Oklahoma game for Oklahoma City Thunder, in the middle of October, right before the season starts, and then he becomes a fucking MVP. And you could have won 7. You probably could have won 70 games at some point during that run. Over $4 million apparently.
Yeah. Yep. I was a season ticket holder then.
I remember me and Rich, we were like, bruh. I remember telling Rich, like, bruh, Harden's gonna be an all-star. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, he starts out that
he scores 45.
Yeah, and we was like, oh, he's even better than I thought he was going to be. And then obviously he becomes what he becomes. But it's like, yo, this
dude, his
what a disaster.
And honestly, and Thunder fans, especially the people that were there every game, saw it because he was in the warm-ups, never missing, like hitting 30, 31 threes in a row, and we're just like, okay. I know we got KD and Russ. How are we going to work him into it more? Mm-hmm. And I guess, that was like one of those. It did feel like Dan Marino because they got against the Heat, they lost, and then those three
Never
people, they're all going to be Hall of Famers.
First ballot, all of them.
Yeah, all of them Hall of Famers. Never get back. Never do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
And the craziest shit about it was like, sorry. This is like one of the greatest what ifs in the history of the sport. It's got to be
absolutely
top 5, right.
Yeah.
So they trade the fucking guy over we're a small market and we don't want to pay the tax bill. But it's like you just moved the team to Oklahoma City from Seattle, fool. That's your fault.
Yeah.
But never mind it. Let's forget the part where they gutted a team that won. They ripped away a franchise that won a world championship there. Let's just forget that, right? They moved to Oklahoma City. They said they want to act like they weren't just a big market. Now they're a small market, and they don't want to pay the luxury tax because of Clay Bennett. And then immediately after that, what do? They pay the luxury tax every single year to appease Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, and they always were snake bitten. Either KD gets hurt, or Russ gets hurt, or Bach gets hurt, and the one year they actually all get together, they all get it right, they all healthy at the same time. Is literally 1 year, and they got to play against a 73-win fucking team, and then they blow a 3-1 lead against them. And
then the guy's like, I can't beat you, so I'm gonna join you, and there you go.
That's it. That's how you give up a decade.
Yeah.
So like,
give up a decade, like. Yep. Like it was so weird. It felt so like bittersweet for me watching them win the title last season, because it's like
it shouldn't have been y'all.
This is the wrong set. Cool. I'm glad this franchise won. They're a great franchise. I love the whole. It looks like a college atmosphere. Those teams or those home games in the playoffs are tough as hell. Looking, love that crowd, love that energy, love the part where they do the whole. We gonna stand until the first basket made by the home team. I love that. But I was like. It feels like when a college team wins with a team that wasn't their most talented team. Because it happens all the time in basketball and football. Where you're just like, how the hell did this team win? Obviously they're a great team, but I mean, like, they had better teams. They happen to lose. That sucks.
Yeah. I'll just say this. It solidified Sam Presti as the greatest GM of all time winning that title. And because he made the greatest trade of all time. I was like, they should put him in the Hall of Fame now, and the Clippers GM from then should be the one inducting him. Thank you.
Wow. That is sick work.
Thank you to Paul. I want to put Paul George's jersey up in the rafters because if it wasn't for him, we don't have anything we have now.
Hey, he finished. Did he finish top 5 in MVP for y'all last year? Yeah.
I'm just talking about the trade. He brought more to the team by not playing for us than he did any time he was here.
Hey. Now Rich for know this. Like this is purely agenda. This is a purely agenda move, right? This is purely an agenda move. Remember that 2020 season when y'all supposed to sink, and then they had threw away Chris, and then the Rockets and James Harden threw away Chris Paul, and they finna send him to basketball. Hell, that was OKC at the time, and they made the playoffs, and then they ended up running into Game 7 in round 1 against those Rockets. And everybody points back to like that was when we knew that the Thunder were going to actually not just be a process team. They were on their way towards something. Can we get Chris Paul number retired for the Thunder? Can we get that 3 retired?
Hey, I'll say this:
the ultimate winning play, the ultimate winning season for Chris Paul. He was supposed to die. Rich had the vultures ready to pick at the bones, and Chris Paul said no. and then went to a finals a year later.
Hey,
but to swing it back around to wrestling,
you
never know.
You never know.
You know,
you do.
It's your time to strike. Ask Braun Breaker about it. What's up with that guy?
Oh, dude, it's
like dead behind the eyes.
It feels like one of those Vince moments, like Triple H came in one day. I don't see it in you anymore, and just moved on.
I don't even get it. I'm sure in 2 or 3 years he's gonna get it back from Seth, right? But it's like that's in a promotion that we trust. You have more trust with. You can buy that. Like when the way that they were all puffing out their chest. Oh, Rhea finally got the win over Charlotte at WrestleMania. Was it 3 years, 4 years later? It's like. Yeah, but those ups and downs with that, and Rhea got herself hot in something completely different to do that. She didn't run the story of she had to chase her down and get it. It was no, she got put up in this weird, this new version of Eddie in China, and then that got her hot as fish grease. You don't know if you can't guarantee me that they're gonna get Braun Breaker back hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
They don't have I'm coming back from neck surgery. I got to work to become a different type of wrestler and put on a more physical style in them. They're I don't think their fans have the patience for that kind of storytelling that you're getting somewhere else.
Yeah. And also, while that's happening in AEW, I'm not exactly loving it. I'm just now seeing the vision because, like, it's the way it's setting up is like based off the patterns I've seen in pro wrestling in the past. It's like, oh, John Moxley is going to be Will Ospreay's like first opponent.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I get that. But before I was like, hey man, when we gonna get to a point where we know where this is headed? And it took a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. But where y'all want to begin, man? Y'all want to talk about the title change or?
Let's start with the E.
The E.
Yeah.
So it was Night of Champions over in Saudi Arabia.
Yes. Yes.
No big CM.
No.
Yep. Guaranteed watch for me.
Have you denounced that religion?
Oh, dude. The day
I ain't talked to you personally in a minute, so I gotta talk.
The day he showed up to Survivor Series, yeah, it was. I'm done.
Oh,
done.
He said, He said, "I'm." Oh, you.
Hey.
This man said the second that you turned on the elite.
Do you know? It's when you find out your cult leader is not a god. It was that moment. You found out, he's just a mortal that loves money just as much as we do. He's the same. He's just us. Fuck you. I don't need to. I'm not going to root for me. I'm going to root for somebody better than me. Fuck you. Because I took that check too. Don't get me wrong. I took that check too. But you presented yourself as better than that.
That is true.
For many years.
Yes, I'd have took that check. I'm not hating on the man for making money. I'd have took that check too.
Look, my thing
I never
was
better than that.
I think Floyd is like the walking example of how I kind of broke that situation down when he went back. I was like, CM Punk, at the end of the day, he's a pro wrestler. He's gonna do whatever he does. He's gonna sell out on whatever he says at a given time. That's fine. That's him. But that doesn't have to be you. You don't have to follow that shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you presented yourself as better than all that. I said fuck them, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm better than that. They tried to kill me. Yeah, I wouldn't go back to the place that tried to kill me. I'm just saying.
So his horse is sick. He did not make the trip over to Saudi Arabia. And
I'll say this. Just to quote Common on my way home on late registration. They say home is where the hate is.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah.
some people, they were raised off toxicity. That's
Yeah.
all they know.
Yeah.
And when you go to a situation that's good or better or healthier, you might not understand what you in, and then all of a sudden you end up back, and you realize, damn,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. And hopefully there's some time to reflect
so
while your horse is sick.
so they had 6 matches on this pay-per-view. What got into Triple H to open up the bucket a little bit and let some extra matches through?
I think when Ice Cube Jr. Complains, you gotta listen. Because that dude is as positive about WWE as anybody is about anything. I mean, so your main chick is like, no, come on, we need more than this. They look, he complained about it last month. They fixed it this month. Who are they
Incredible.
listening to?
Incredible influencers. So
Junior, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't call him his other name. He's Ice Cube Jr. until he dies.
damn.
Hey, look. If you gonna betray your dad in a biopic, we get to call you that. You know.
So they open up King of the Ring final. Obafemi versus Jey Uso. This is your warning shot. Wow.
Ow.
So
That just reminds me of one of those things I would do and I would think is cool, and then everybody's looking at me like that's not cool, Floyd.
The problem is,
You have hundreds of people backstage. Why has no one said this is not cool? You think it is?
it's not that it's not cool. It fits totally what Jay be doing. The problem is the way he went out there on Saturday, or was it last SmackDown, and he gave out 2 warning shots in like 10 seconds or 11 seconds. Diminishing returns. You got to say that bad boy in your back pocket. That is the trump card. Like you got to have, But whatever. Yeah, man. This match was basically, like we have a guy. We finna give him almost everything. Like Jey Uso was basically got his ass kicked for what? 25% of this match, 30% of this match. I'm sorry. 75% of this match, 80% of this match. It was exactly what it needed to be. If your idea is the next big thing, or that we going with is Obafemi, and they did it in a way to where it could go longer than just like a really short thing. And I think the overall impression is match okay. Obafemi, that's an impressive looking man. That's an impressive looking competitor in WWE.
Dude.
And then the promo at the end, that shit was awesome. And then they with the lights off, and he hit the pose holding the crown. I had to tweet that shit. Look, Rich, I'm sorry, I got to bring the comic book stuff up, right? Some of these comic book characters, they just look cool, right? But the character, when you go through and you watch or you read through these comic books and these stories, they're not much of characters. Some things are just cool drawings. Look, and sometimes that's the case with wrestling, right? You get the entrance, right? The Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is a comic book. Like, he looks cool, then the bell rings and is never mind. Right? Obafemi so far, he is I believe aura is a thing they be talking about in WWE. His aura is growing considerably every time I see him. Yeah.
He's the lottery ticket. I mean, they have it. He's there. He's perfect for their audience. And me, just a giant black man destroying people, I'm down. You're gonna always get me to sign up for that.
So it kind of works, right?
Fight time every time. That's
like,
what it is. It's big nigga fight time. Like that is an American or not American, but that is what American pro wrestlers want. A big hoss.
just throwing people around, and I was like, I kept waiting on Jacob to show up. I kept waiting on any of the Samoans to show up, and then he just hits it and wins, and I was like, okay, they did it right. I mean, I'm like, all I can do is like the ruler. That's how it's supposed to happen.
He make the face. He put on that fake accent. I like to point out that during his fire ups, he also beats his chest.
Yes. He shakes the
but-
ropes a little bit, you know.
But no, shaking the ropes ain't the problem. It's the gigantic black man beating his chest like he's a silverback gorilla. Like, and it's also a promotion where we had the same person that's on commentary right now that once called a large black man the silverback of the WWE. Right?
Yes.
That Michael Cole shit's still around. Right? But anyway.
That shit is insane. Still.
But that being said, it needed to be acknowledged. But when that man does that running spinning Cesaro European uppercut, that shit looks like it's a fucking Street Fighter special. Dude. It does. It looks raw. I'm sorry. Like, we talked about this during the BRP 50 or whatever else about Trick being above Oba, and hey man,
yeah, it's not gonna be far.
we in a year they're gonna look foolish for putting Trick Williams over Oba. I'm sorry.
I mean, that list look crazy right now based on last night.
I'm just talking about within WWE alone, just within WWE. We get the interpromotional politics, gold politics, sure, but just in WWE alone, they finna get this shit wrong as fuck.
Man, a big Oba, man, he is just the best thing about him, and I think that comes across with big men. He knows what he does well, and he doesn't try to do anything outside of that. This is what you're gonna get when Oba's in the ring. You got about 15 minutes at most of material.
I better never see him wrestle 15 minutes unless it's a multi-man.
That's what I'm saying.
I see Oba at this stage in the game within the next 2 years going more than 15 minutes singles match is a mistake.
Yeah, I got a solid 10, maybe 15 if you're pushing it, but that's what you're gonna get. And it's just like, and it's perfect what he does.
Treat him like he's a dynamic special athlete, like he's Goldberg, like he's Brock Lesnar or whatever else. You got to use less of the spamming finisher over and over and over. But you get my point. Let it 3 minutes, and then we go into kicking out of big shit after that. That's all it needs to be for now. If he learns to do more, great. But right now we ain't worried about that.
Yeah, and in this WWE with the commercials and how they set out their show,
oh my god,
it's perfect.
7-minute match is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. The fans don't care about wrestling. Like a lot of the times, I'm not saying the super smarky ones that are online, but when you're watching the product, like I do, never miss a show. When you're watching the product, it's yeet, yeet, yeet. Oh,
run it back and then yeet more.
And then the match starts. Everybody's on their cell phone, looking at their cell phone, and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, that person won. Okay, on to the next entrance because they don't really give a fuck about it.
They don't give a shit until the near full start. That seems to be the case.
Yes,
right now.
Yeah.
So Oba's king of the ring. Jey Uso did not win. And he moves on. I don't know what exactly he's got going forward, but
back to the Civil War.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, I'll tell people as a long-time soap opera watcher. I mean, they always have that one storyline that covers sometimes since the beginning of the soap back in the 60s. That storyline is still going on. That is now the bloodline in the WWE.
All right.
As long as they have kids, that story still is going to go on.
Okay, gotta ask, what channel of soap operas did y'all grandmas watch?
So my mom was one of the few that switched. So she watched Young and the Restless on CBS.
Okay.
And then she watched Days of Our Lives on NBC. So she switched those up. So, it was Newmans and Abbott's. That was the story of Young and the Restless.
Yep. My grandma watched Guiding Light.
Yep. Okay, so that's CBS. That was like the 4 o'clock or 4 p.m.
All My Children.
Era. Okay. So she switched channels.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
channels too, and Passions at a certain
Oh,
point.
Passions went because it started new. Because I've been watching the black soap opera that just came out on
What's
CBS.
it called? Something in the Gates?
Yeah, In the Gates. It's called
Yeah.
In the Gates.
All right.
And man, it had me hooked pretty quick. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Passions was the only one I really liked.
the best part is like, hey man, the way that like the actors, they be jumping from show to show or from network to network. It's like Scott Hall showing up on Nitro.
Yes.
It's for real.
yes.
Like, so, because I talked to my mom about it every blue moon. It's like, wait, okay. The way she talks about it with me is hilarious. Because it's like, all right, you know, so and so used to be this person on this show. Yeah. So when she tells me about what's this person going on, I'll be like, what's going on with so and so that used to be Victoria in Young and Restless, but is now on Bold and Beautiful with
Yes.
like stuff like that be happening, right? She talks to me just like that, right? Just cut through because I know the lore. I know the Lord, right? My grandma raised me up on CBS television. So just how you say Young and the Restless, that is Newmans,
yes.
right? So the Abbotts and the Newmans, right? Like I'm on the Hatfield McCoys of
yeah.
So Victor's still around, Floyd.
He is.
Victor
He is.
still around.
Yes.
He is the Ric Flair of this shit. He was on when I was a child. And he's still doing this somehow.
I think he's not had cancer twice. Still going through it. And he's my guy. So that's like I said, that's what I grew up on, and it's just like the bloodline's gonna be this. It's gonna be here. If you're gonna watch WWE for the next 20 years, because they all have kids, they're coming. All the kids are coming. Zilla's coming. The cousin's coming. Everybody's coming. This is not stopping. Every time they have a kid, WWE signs them to a little baby contract. They are already there.
Don't Stephen A be on General Hospital or something?
Oh yeah, he a hitman.
Yeah, I remember.
I saw him with the gun. He shoot somebody. That's just absurd.
No, but he got that through the ABC, like ESPN Disney pipeline. Yeah.
Yes.
Like it would have been all hell to bro loose. He would have showed up on like if he had showed up on Bold and Beautiful or something like that. That'd be like, hold on, you going against the mouse now?
Yes.
So
all right, but
up next we got the women's final. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. I found out that not only did Liv Morgan enter this tournament simply to get to an eliminator match in the finals, she loses, of course.
Yeah.
Because she was cursed.
Yeah. And
she was cursed.
I saw Danhausen out there getting his rich ladder on. I cursed Liv Morgan years ago on this very show, on this very network.
Yes.
You know, I said Liv Morgan will never win. And the prophecy read. And it rained for years.
Did you see how she advanced in this tournament?
No.
She was in a match with Charlotte, and Charlotte had a bad leg, and like
Jade and the girls, the baddies attacked her knee.
Like Michin and B-Fab attacked the bad knee, and that's how she took advantage. So, like you be saying, she don't really ever be winning. It's always some mitigating circumstances why she don't win. She don't ever put nobody away. So, Oh, wait, what? No, we'll get to what happened. What's next for Charlotte in a few minutes. We'll get to that.
But
the match is okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's Liv. You know, that's
that's fine.
That's the level it's at. So Io wins.
Crowd loved Io, by the way.
Oh
there was a group of kids. She was high fiving out there, and I was ready to hit you with the the kids love Io, but I refrained. But yeah, man, it was an okay match.
Yeah, the head pointing thing is her yeet. There, I mean, everybody loves doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Rematch.
She did it with the crown on too.
Yep. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'll pop for it. Don't get me wrong.
It's the head point in the trash can jump off of in War Games every year.
Yep. There you go.
But like, how does it make you feel, James, knowing that a big part of EO legacy is associated with trash?
That's a funny thing, right? Like, it's really weird with her because, like you mentioned, like she was doing the whole like she's a damsel in distress in this like fake lesbian relationship between her and Rhea, right? And she's a champion. She's been a champion, and she has some of the best matches in the history of WWE. It's strange because like as good as she has been in WWE, and she has done more than I thought she ever would. Similar to Asuka, like I have seen her better matches than the shit she's done in WWE. And she probably got like a 4 3/4 match out of WWE in a women's division. Like it's very strange, man. It's very strange. But
her superpower though is getting her
surreal.
mid-ass husband a job. That was her superpower, is getting her mid-ass husband a job. Because nobody wanted him. They were bidding against themselves.
Never once came through the Forbidden Door, brother. Never once.
Look, you can say a lot of things about Forbidden Door, but I tell you, never having evil compete on that is a positive for the legacy of Forbidden Door.
I got one for you. You can be sorry in making the Forbidden Door, but you gotta leave New Japan Pro Wrestling and you gotta sign with WWE or AEW. Because look, hey, when they moved on from Jay White as a leader of Bullet Club, they never invited Finlay over. They never did. He never came through Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Holy water's on that Forbidden Door. It keeps evil out. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good.
Well, speaking of keeping things out, Steel's cage match. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Apparently, these niggas started the match by sitting down on a chair and staring at each other.
Yes.
I actually thought that was pretty cool. And
they have all the weapons spread out around them in their designated areas. Like, you know, we got this one for this one, this one for this. So
it didn't really work out like that. They were just both bringing in different shit, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like it became their characters that they were tied to the symbolism of each individual weapon. They didn't turn into that. No.
Yeah.
It wasn't Triple H with the sledgehammer.
It just always crazy me how just cage matches are just street fights in a cage.
That's what they become in WWE.
Yeah, it was like
actually pro wrestling.
I remember the weapon used to be the cage.
Well,
the cage used to be the weapon, and
there's one place where it don't break down like that.
Yeah.
Star don't do that. If you in the cage, you bring nothing but these to the cage.
Yes.
That's it. Stardom still, you know.
Yeah.
That's about it though.
So Seth Rollins beat Braun Breaker. What the fuck is this? Like,
yeah. So it's a good match. This is way better than the match they had. Was it Backlash?
Mm-hmm.
Way better than that, right?
Yeah.
It's a cage match, but still, like this. I mean, I wouldn't give it 4, but it was still very damn good. And like, it was one of those things where they're doing the match, and it struck me early on. It was like, oh. I think people forget that, like, what the point of a cage match is. Rich, can you tell the people that, like, I know you know this, I know our listeners tend to know this, but like, what's the point of a cage match as far as like the violence and brutality happening? Not like the stakes, but like, what is the cage supposed to do to people?
The cage is supposed to cut people.
Because right, because it's marking up because steel gates are sharp and you get stuck and you get stuck. So why is the beginning of the match Braun Breaker's getting put head first into the cage and he's selling like he's running into a brick, like his head is bouncing off a brick wall and not he's getting scraped, and it stings and hurts and it's anguishing.
Because this is a family problem. Yes.
He not.
What do you mean he's a Steiner?
I know they say they come from a prestigious university, but I never really believed them.
Right.
And it's not like he's even Scott Steiner's son. He's Rick's son. He's Rick's son. The other nigga. Like
he does wear
and he barks. There's not intelligence radiating from the Rick Steiner side of the family.
But what does intelligence have to do with how much something? What kind of pain someone experiences though?
I don't know.
Okay, you just want to get shit off. Okay, just say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're selling like these are like he's getting hit with a blunt or he's running into a blunt object. Like he's just getting smashed into a brick wall, but it's like, no, the cage is supposed to be sharp and painful and prickly and it's supposed to tear your skin up. They fundamentally misunderstand that. But after that nitpick, like I thought it was a pretty good match, and then ultimately like they set up and like he's about to get finished by Seth, and Seth. I think they were trying to give Braun Breaker this moment of like he puts the hand up like mercy, but ultimately it was really trying to buy time. He really was about to Hulk back up, and Seth recognizes like me giving this freakazoid any more time, I might not have enough in the tank to finish him. So he goes off the second rope and gives him the curb stomp and gets the win from that. And I don't know if I like that story. It was kind of I don't think it made much sense given what the match was at the beginning, or through most of it until that point. But it still was a very good match.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is getting the title shot, presumably off of winning this, maybe.
Yeah, apparently.
Is he?
Yeah, at SummerSlam, it's Seth versus Roman.
Yeah, they announced it tonight. I mean, that's where they were. I think they wanted it. I had heard they wanted it for Mania like the last year, and then Seth got hurt, and then there was a lot of changes. This is the match they wanted from SummerSlam.
This Roman Reigns title reign, brother.
And tickets aren't ticketing right now, so
and that's going to change it. The 20th version of this match, and none of them was ever at WrestleMania. So now we're going to do it at SummerSlam.
Yep, night one. They're trying to bring it in. They're trying to.
That's night one. That's not night two.
I imagine it'll probably be night two. Now that I think about it, it's Roman.
Okay.
But
I can't wait. Yep.
Isn't last time they did it was that Batman and Joker shit? Wasn't that last time they did it?
Was that
Royal Rumble?
In St. Louis? Yeah. And Seth came out dressed as the old Seth with the half blonde hair,
and he got choked out.
Yeah, and then Roman kept choking him, so he got DQ'd.
Beat to sleep.
That's how Rollins still has never beaten Rollins in a one-on-one match.
Up next, United States Championship.
Yeah, just move on. Fuck it. Like, just move on. Fuck it.
The United States Championship match. Trick Williams with Little Yachty defeats Ricky Saints in a match, James, that this shit said. Did that shit say 4.72 on Cage Match?
I mean,
it was just a match. It was
just a match.
Two-star affair.
Yeah, could have been the second segment on a Raw or SmackDown. You just never going to think about it again. And Ricky, I'll tell Ricky, he tried. He was doing everything to try to get the fans to give a crap about him, and they did not. They gave him the music. They gave him the little hand thing. They did it. Saudi Arabia did not. They didn't know who he was. They didn't care who he was more than anything. They didn't care who he was. He was just the guy that was about to get whooped by Trick. That was it. That was his role.
He was the Trick.
Yep.
So, match. Basically, to get in the match is like he's getting outclassed a little bit. He's looking for an advantage. So what he does very early in the match, like he goes outside and he's arguing with Yachty, who has a kendo stick. He takes the kendo stick from Yachty while for some reason Trick decides to distract the ref and gets the ref to turn his back to the ringside activities. So Ricky then bangs the kendo stick against the steel steps and then tosses the kendo stick back to Yachty and then falls and does the Eddie Guerrero lie cheat steal. Ref turns around and says, "Hey, I heard the sound of steel steps and you're holding a kendo stick. Get the fuck out of here, Yachty." They throw him out. Rest of the match continues.
Good reffing. Fuck Lil Yachty.
You know how not over do you have to be for the fans not to react to Eddie Guerrero spot? Right. And they did not react to this at all.
Right. And also, it's the heel doing this to a baby face.
Yes.
So they got it backwards. Anyway,
they just wanted Trick to slap him and call it a day.
Yeah, so he basically slap and then the Trick shot. Like Ricky avoided Trick shot at one point, but basically after that one, next tip he got Trick shot. It happened. The funny part is it happened right next to the ropes. Like Ricky's head is like this far from the ropes, maybe like a foot away from the ropes, right? So I'm thinking like, is he gonna get a hand on the ropes or whatever else? Nope, that's it, brother. Get him out of here. Yachty comes back out. He hits Ricky with the kendo stick, and then gives him people elbow. And I'm like, boy, some real TV ass shit here. They treat him like a geek. They treat Ricky Saints like a geek.
Hey man, least the brother's where he wants to be. He's getting used.
Oh, he's being used, all right. He's definitely being used.
Hey,
Use me up.
TV time is gold. That's what they sell people, right? That TV time is gold. He's also in the bucket because he was on the PLE. So
He's in the bucket.
hey, he's in the bucket.
To paraphrase what what Gary Payne said to Vince Carter after he dunked over 7'2" Vice in the Olympics.
Vice, yep.
You wiped your ass with him. Hey, like tricking Yachty, they wiped their ass with Ricky Saints on this weekend. That's definitely what happened.
This needs to happen. And word to God, does he perform Cold Like Minnesota at SummerSlam?
I didn't know he had a song called Cold Like Minnesota, so
Who is this?
talking about Yachty.
You
Oh.
should absolutely do this.
Look, man,
and it would sound ridiculous in that stadium. Yes,
Look,
that
I
absolutely
like-
happened.
I like a handful of the Yachty songs, right? I love Broccoli, right? It's also funny when he after he hit the move, the people's elbow, right?
Yes, and
Michael
no
Cole on
pop.
commentary said, "Big bands flex up." I fucking died laughing. Like, there's no way. There's no. This is like when Triple H tweeted out, that he's having a futuristic summer with an A, not no ER or A, and I was like, you don't even know what that is. Like, you don't know what this is. This is a promotional situation that the people put before you to say out loud or tweet out loud. These white people have no idea what they're being told to say. Not to say there's something sophisticated or something or whatever. Just like, but there's just a clear gap in cultures there.
Dude.
Weird synergies.
You could offer me free tickets to every show for the rest of my life if I could just tell you a Lil Yachty song. I could not. I am 45 years old. Lil Yachty, I am not in his demographic.
Missed it.
I missed that. I didn't even know he was famous until he showed up on WWE, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's over for him.
It's not that he's actually famous like that. It's that like he has an internet. He still has a bit of like juice in internet because of like he's not a good rapper, and like that's the thing. He's almost like this. He's like the next generation's like Soulja Boy, where it's like, okay, are we really entertaining this?
Oh,
And
It's
then,
a bit of a troll. It's a bit of a
basically-
trolling as far as like what he does, and people were like, what? Let's be less negative or whatever else. And it's like, okay, cool, let's be less negative. Oh, he makes terrible songs still. Okay, whatever.
terrible music, and then he gets in these interviews and just says these absurd things about like
It's
hip hop and rap history, and like it's like, all right, nigga.
It's a lot like Bully Ray.
yeah.
it's-
Oh, wow.
Like you are not good enough for us to be caring about your opinions in that way.
yeah.
Dude, like a month ago, I agreed with Willie Ray on something. I had to
That shit
re-examine
had
my
to
life.
stink.
Yeah,
Take
I
a
had to
shower right away.
I had to re-examine my life. I was like,
You say he got. Did you say he got to take a shower? Is that what you
Yes,
said?
gotta wash that off.
Yeah.
You know,
Agreeing with Bully Ray is
living
like
in that filth.
Yeah.
agreeing with Bully Ray is like taking a shit. You immediately got to take a shower.
I was
That's
like,
terrible.
Yes,
yes.
flip that.
Yeah.
Send it to him. He won't see it from me because I'm blocked. Like,
Oh my god. Y'all fucking stupid, man. All right, what's the next match?
oh fuck. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill in a match that has a 3.60 on Cage Match. Holy shit.
I mean, Jade is the female Ultimate Warrior. Okay, she is. She has an amazing look. She has an amazing presence.
Does she?
I mean, she has a look. She has a presence, and then the bell rings, and you go do something else, and find out what the result is in a minute.
So
I'll say this for Jade. I saw something on Twitter that I did not like, and at
Piper
this
Niven?
point, yes.
what
Yeah.
happened?
At this point, with the Piper Niven thing and Chelsea Green,
Oh, that shit.
I would like Jade to whoop one of their ass. At this point,
I mean, it's getting.
I know it would never happen, right?
It's becoming a
Because
storyline, though.
I don't know if it's a storyline.
No, it is. Like, I mean, at least from maybe not from Piper Niven's perspective, but it definitely is with what's her name? Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green got involved in this match. So
Yeah,
Me Chin and B Fab get involved. Chelsea Green's underneath the ring, cause a distraction. All three of them end up getting moved out the way, and then the belt's in the ring. So the ref and Tiffany are in one corner. Jade sees the belt. She's gonna pick it up and use it. So when she goes to pick it up and use it, as mentioned, like, you know, they got involved with Charlotte's when the Queen of the Ring. Charlotte show up, and boy, when you see this fit Charlotte got on, Rich, it's black flames with like peach and purple, almost like the colorway of like the Phoenix Suns, like those Valley jerseys. Like but it's loud as all hell. It's like a hoodie. It's like a big puffy hoodie. So she grabs the belt and then she waves at her like this, and she turns around. She ends up eating Tiffany's finish, and it's like, okay, so now Charlotte's gonna be tasked with her turn. And it's like, all right, whatever.
Jade's dream match.
This how you get Jade. This how you get Jade away from the title.
Mm-hmm.
And they figure out how to have good TV matches. Well, I don't watch it. I'm like, yo, Tiffany is so much better than Jade. So much better than Jade. But yeah,
if only that mattered. If only that mattered. I mean, like it just doesn't. Like
Rich, look like your picture fell off the video.
Yeah, no, I had to go away for a second as you said that. I wasn't gonna be on screen.
I thought it was an accident. Like we had a connection drop or something. That's
I found the Charlotte.
You see that fit?
Kind of.
Hey, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Rich. When she starts showing up for like WrestleMania, for the Hall of Fame WWE in like 2040, them gonna be Moki fits. She's gonna carry on the tradition of Kim Moki. Yeah.
We've seen that coming.
We've seen that vision, but I don't think we ever expressed it on the show. Look at this fit and tell me this not some shit. This get up ain't some shit that Moki would try on the sidelines, and they people like, oh, look at her, haha. So, the personality of college coaches or whatever. Meanwhile, she's a goddamn
right
devil.
Now are like, all right, you know, she just recently had her 40th birthday. Still looks great as she ever did, but you can see the fits, and they're like, you know, it seems like the way she, you know, whoever's styling her, they're basically dressing her down a little bit in the demographic. They're like, hey, we need to have you a little bit younger looking, quote unquote. She's got to get through this era first. But as she goes further on, she's not going to be able to keep this up, what she's doing. That's when the Moki thing comes in.
Okay.
Should we come out there looking like Seth Rollins in his jackets and stuff like that?
Oh, my God.
Sure, why not? It makes more sense for her.
Yeah. The Queen. I mean, but yeah, match was, it happened.
Tiffany Stratton at it again, huh? Just good and terrible, huh?
Tiffy time.
Whatever.
That's the part. You say that, and she comes out, and you cheer, and then there's a match, and then somebody wins. Like,
so up next.
No, but I think it's funny because it's like, remember, she made a save. Charlotte made a save for Tiffany Stratton. That's funny.
Yes.
That's insane.
That's funny.
So
more pressing matters. Like I almost wanted Charlotte to like walk up the ramp by Tiffany and look at her and be like, I got bigger shit to handle than you.
You know what's even crazy?
You might be the champion, but I'm bigger than the championship.
Chelsea Green might be the most popular wrestler in the WWE as far as the female side.
Most what?
Popular. Like, popular? Yeah, they pop every time she does anything. She doesn't have to wrestle.
That's because she'd be making not a shame. She'd be making an embarrassment of herself all the time. Like, she degrading herself. Like, the dude's probably like, she's so down to earth.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
she would cut her hair and walk backward out there. As Bret Hart said.
She lose a hair match. She don't care.
Yeah. So we should get to the main event. 3-way match. Undisputed WWE Championship. Vince McMahon's daddy's belt. Yep. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn. And we have a new WWE champion.
Yes.
Sami Zayn.
Yes.
This is kind of wild, for one, because you look at his match log, and it's like, hey man, 3 matches ago, he was losing a trick. What happened here?
And gingerbread man shit was going on.
And the gingerbread man shit, and then like, wasn't there like a Cody and Gunther feud happening? And then look what has happened to Gunther. Look what happened to that feud, which was absolute nothing.
What they've done to Gunther after giving him 3 careers is embarrassing. I'm like, you built up this god Thanos villain, and then
he just stopped facing the company.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like how he loses isn't even special. He's bitching about his foot is under the rope. I'm like, this is Thanos. You ain't bitching about your foot's under the rope. You're supposed to take that rope off and beat the shit out of Cody with it. None of this is happening. I'm like, all that you did, you done fucked up now. And I thought they were doing a really good job with Gunther. I thought they were doing an amazing job with him.
Cody versus Walter is like one of the rare matches in WWE where it's like, hey man, I watched that series.
There you go.
If they did it right, but look what they fucking did with it.
Yeah,
11-minute match with a bullshit ending. Then they fast counted with the referee, which turned out to be Sami Zayn, and then they stuck that special guest referee nigga in the next match, and he's gonna be the champion now.
Yep. That match was
they stole.
Yes, that match was 5 hours from my home, and I set my ass at home. And 5 hours ain't shit for me when it comes to driving.
Yeah,
I set my ass at home because I knew we weren't gonna get a winner. And then they came out first, and I was like, oh, this is this is what's about to happen. And it was like I said, I don't get emotionally involved in the results of WWE. I watch WWE. I am the guy Triple H has asked for. I'm just gonna watch it and have fun. I don't get any really emotionally tied to anything. Didn't care if Gunther won. Didn't care if Cody won. And it was just like, but I knew I wasn't getting a winner. I knew that wasn't gonna. I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. And I was like, I'm not driving 5 hours, getting barely any sleep, getting back in time to work at 7:00 in the morning for what happened. I'm good. I'm not. Hey, if you did, congratulations. I told Rich, I'm not a stan of anything. I'm a fan. I am gonna weigh my money and my time and decide if it's worth it. They told me it isn't. So
new champion. Well, should we start with Cody losing this fucker first, or what? Like
he took the pin.
Yeah,
Cody.
He got rolled up, but he took the pin.
He took the pin.
That was his 3rd WWE title reign. Floyd, have they had a single fulfilling Cody Rhodes WWE title reign yet?
No, dude. I remember when he finished his story, and I was like, well, I'm good. I'm not really traveling for this. The story is over. I feel like they felt the same fucking way. Because build up a guy, have him win some matches, and then have Cody beat him. The formula's been there since Bruno Sammartino, and WWE cannot seem to get it down.
Shit. It's been very frustrating. It has been very reminiscent of see, this is shit we was talking about in AEW. And this is why you can't. And this is why they never made him champion, because there's gonna be some shit where it's like you clearly see the politics over all this stuff.
Yeah,
you clearly see it. And yeah, man, they made Sami Zayn the champion, and it's for me
years too late.
3 years too late. Yeah, that's the first thing I point out. This is clear. This is so WWE shit. This is a legitimately feel good moment for this company, to where they got Obafemi as the king of the ring, Io Sky as queen of the ring, and Sami Zayn as WWE undisputed champion. And and it's all right, but it took Sami Zayn 3 years past the peak of Montreal in that Elimination Chamber show.
Yeah, I know y'all might not get this reference. It's a hard hockey reference. It was like Ray Bork played for the Boston Bruins for years and never won a title. And then his 20th season, he just came in and got a hanger on with the Colorado Avalanche and got the ring.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, and everybody's like,
everyone was happy for him.
Yeah,
you never won.
It was we got you. So
Ray Bork is a classic example of that's what people want from athletes. It's you want your ass to be stuck to this bad or unlucky franchise to your prime until you pass your prime, and then after you had a Hall of Fame career, it's okay for you to chase after a win, after a ring or whatever else. It's like, okay,
when I'm okay with it, it's okay for you to go chase it.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Like, I mean, I picked that up in sports, and my first example of that was for getting that was Ray Bork, but like the first time it really dawned on me for basketball was KG and Ray Allen and Pierce.
Ethan Saber Jr. appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Holy collab! What no Austin does to a man. Welcome Floyd.
Dude,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude.
We love Austin.
Yeah, we were recording, and our power went out during the show. It was like, welcome to the click, and it was like, and Austin has a real job where he has to actually go places and do things. I work in my
Austin really be touching grass while you bury his head in the sun.
Yes. So while I'm sitting here, at home working, he's actually, out there grinding, being a sports reporter, and I'm like, oh, so yeah, I'll fly solo a couple times, but he'll be back for the next episode. I'm excited. Detroit, Detroit sports, they kind of somewhat up now, you know what I mean? Because Pistons had a good run, and the lines aren't terrible. I mean, think about Detroit like 5 years ago.
I'm thinking about Detroit during most of our lifetimes.
Yes, most of our lifetime.
It's so cold.
This is the best Lions football. Look, I saw Barry Sanders as a kid. This is the best run of Lions football my whole lifetime.
Yeah. Barry Sanders played 30 minutes from my house. So there you go. I know. I remember. I always tell the story. I was at a mall with him, and I was the only one that recognized him at first.
Really?
I went up to him and talked to him. Was just chatting with him. I was trying to get an autograph. There was no camera phones. He's like, no, man. Like everybody will run up on me. So I was like, okay, thank you. Gave him a 5. Walked in. As I'm walking around, I'm not a small person. Everybody sees me. He's like, who did he just dap up? And then they see Barry Sanders, and you see like 60 people crowd, and like people got autographs, and I was so pissed. I was like, why you gonna give them autographs? But he gave him autograph to get away. He was trying to.
Right.
Hey, you gotta remember, Detroit is one of the prime One Nation Radio cities.
Yeah.
Yes.
People show up in them ONR shirts to Dynamite regularly. So shout out to Black Saber Jr. Bunch of folks in Detroit.
From 8 Mile to One Nation Radio. Let's go.
Sir. Yes, sir. So how was the match? Like, what did they give us?
I honestly thought it was.
Oh, this is a great match.
Good match.
This is a great match.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a really good match, and it's not like generally my restrictor plate for my ratings for WWE where I lower it. No, it was a legitimately good match. Like a lot of great false finishes. I mean, honestly, I'm not the hugest Gunther fan in the world, but
yes, we've heard.
But
we've heard from you multiple times. Off air.
I honestly thought
he's not the same.
He definitely served his purpose in this match, and it was really fun. And it was like 5 minutes left. I was like, oh, Sami's winning this, and I don't know why. It just kind of hit me because I had Dave Finishill. Gotta give him a shout out. He called this. He said Sami was winning. He flat out said it. I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. We gotta add like a honorific on this historical Sami Zayn hater.
Yes,
Dave Finishill.
He called it. And he's like, after the match, he's like, I can't believe I nailed it. And I'm like, well, most people can't believe he nailed it because the dude, all he does is lose world title matches. I'm like, he was
0-10 before that or some shit they said, right?
He was 0-10 in defenses, and they pointed it out like throughout this story.
The Knicks got a ring and he got one too. Shout out to him. Buffalo still doesn't have one. I just had to take my shot.
This just restores hope to the runner ups.
Josh Allen, you got a chance. Josh Allen, you got a chance.
I was me and Rich did a lot of comments or jokes, but not slander because she's great. But like in Stardom, Rossi and basically Toro Okada basically had you can see it. Like once you get to your fifth chance and you fail, they're done with you. You're never whatever belt you keep trying over the years you failed to get, you're never getting it again, right? And Momo, she passed that V5, I want to say like 3 years ago, and it was like, It ain't going. I don't think it's ever going to happen for her. She might have been the best pro wrestler or best women's wrestler in 2019, and she was literally 19 years old. And then it's like, but she's really never going to win the top belt in Stardom. And you look at her career, it just ain't shake out that way. Just ain't shake out that way.
Hey, New Japan is down. We need to get the title on Ishii. We need to go ahead.
I've been calling for that for years.
We need to go ahead and get him his belt. He deserves it. If Sami can get his gold watch run, Tomohiro Ishii can get his gold watch run. Let's go.
Shit. I know keeping the strong side on the air right now. I should call in and say, hey, man, get this belt off this Inspector Gadget dress ass nigga. Put it on the Stone Pit Bull, nigga.
Yes. We live in a world where Sonata was champion and Ishii can't be one? Come on.
Saber and Goto a couple years ago. Remember how fun that was? See Goto, get over the hump. It was great to see Micah actually get over the hump and Stardom. It was at like 2023 was the year where it was like we give them motherfuckers gold watches.
Yes,
and I was perfectly fine with all that.
Yep.
And Sami Zayn, he get his gold watch, and I gotta say, as someone that only watches WWE in pay-per-view form or whatever else. After, I think maybe like a week or two ago, I was saying, like, on the show, like, man, if y'all had saw Sami Zayn when he still was in his prime, you would have been like, this was the guy that should have been, or could have been the person to have, like, filled that like, void for, like, when Punk left and Danielson and they retired Danielson or whatever else. Yep. He was perfect for it. And then they just never went with it, and they tried him like he was a geek and all this kind of stuff. And then eventually, he won people over because we told y'all, and I'm happy that he got this because this was not supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. It should have happened 3 years ago, and if it was never going to happen, then in my mind I was like, oh, it's never going to happen. And then he finally, it still worked out. Very happy.
The man lost in Montreal with his family in the front row. You ain't never winning the title in my mind. This is past that. But I do want to say I am happy for the people that are happy for Sami Zayn. Now, I want to make that clear because I was just like, when they did it, I was like, eh. I was like, I've never been a guy that liked him. Like, one of my favorite Sami Zayn matches when he got the shit beat out of him by Cesaro on that first NXT pay-per-view, like Arrival, or I don't know what it was called.
But those matches are awesome. Those Cesaro takeover Cesaro matches are incredible.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. And then he had his match with Nakamura at that takeover. And
the match?
Yeah, and those were my
Owens matches.
Yeah. And it was like those were my things. He's one of those guys you get the title, but he doesn't get to keep it long. And I don't think he's gonna get to keep it long.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really seen him win the title, so it was just like, oh wow, that's surprising. Like that was my reaction to it. So
yeah.
Whatever. Good for him.
Put a smile on my face.
Jay Uso's going to give him a warning shot. He announced tonight he's going to SmackDown to give him a warning shot. Ow! He said it. They're like,
Uso going to give him a warning shot.
He's going.
Ooh, baby.
He's like, I failed against Oba, so now I'm going to go. Sammy ain't got no challenges.
Brothers in the bloodline.
Yes.
The bloodline will rule this business.
Dude, hey, Jey Uso, Sammy, Roman. Jey Uso, Sammy. The bloodline makes champions. So
when's Jimmy Uso's turn?
Never. It's so funny.
Your championship is sitting at home pregnant right now. You want it like we don't care. We
all Jey Uso.
Some things are bigger than fake belts.
Yeah, the only thing Jey Uso did to get the advantage is not get hurt. And he main event Jey Uso, and he said yeet first. There you go. If it was the other shoe around, we'd be watching Jimmy because there's no real difference. I can't even tell them apart half the damn time.
Still.
I mean, Rich, you got to tell me who was a better tag team wrestler in the Usos in the mid 2010s.
Jimmy was the leader,
right?
I feel like, and Jay was the other guy.
That's why
it switched.
I mean, and that's a part of the whole thing. The storyline was like, which one am I? Right? Like it was like, there's one there's one that's married to Naomi and is a better wrestler, and the other one is just Jay.
Yeah, and then Jimmy got hurt doing the bloodline. Main event Jey Uso was born. He was just there. Main event Jey Uso was there, and there we go.
Crazy.
I mean, you don't have to. Again, in this company, wrestling in general, you don't have to be all the way the best to be the best, most pushed. You saying Jimmy K wave his hands up and down and they go run it back? I'm like, what does he do? What does Jay do that Jimmy can't? I mean,
if I was Jimmy, I would have came up with some shit where I'm like, got their hands and I lift them like that, like backwards, like we going up, instead of yeet down, like we going up. Something he could have easily pulled that off.
In his creative mind, the best he could come up with, no yeet. That was the best he could come up with. No yeet. What? What the does that mean?
Y'all ready to get to the real shit?
Yeah. So I mean, look, put a exclamation point on this WWE experience. Like, they wrestling still mid, bell to bell, but at least they pulling their head out there as far as giving fans like moments of moments of relief where it's like, oh, okay, it's not the sky's not falling. Our house isn't kindling for fire. So yeah.
They make a product for their fan base. I am part of that fan base, but I have to watch WWE differently than I do AEW. I enjoyed this show. If AEW did the show, I'd be.
You hate it. You know what the fuck is this?
I was like, why? Why did they do this?
Yeah.
But right. WWE on their level, hey, this is a perfect show. Like I said, I can't get emotionally tied to anything there. I just do the overstrut. I do my overstrut and
don't beat your chest. Don't beat your chest.
I'll beat my chest. I'll beat my chest.
Don't.
I'm like Gorilla God in here, just beating my chest. I'm down.
Rich don't know what that is. It's a DC villain. It's a DC comic villain.
Yes, and no, I just have fun. That's what I literally what Triple H said last week. It's how they want their people watching the product, and it's the only way for me to watch the product without getting angry. It's just kind of turn my brain off and let the shit exist.
It's pro wrestling for the media literate.
Yeah. Don't. I never be like, well, they could have did a better match there. No, that's not what we do here. That's the Chadwick Boseman. We don't do that here. Right. Yeah. So,
all right, on to some real shit.
Yeah.
AEW, New Japan, CMLL, Stardom, Forbidden Door, 2026.
Let off the gunshots. Let them hear it.
What a great show, man.
Dude, I gotta say, I'm glad to stay home. Now, once you go to a few and then you come back and you can actually drink a Red Bull halfway through the show, oh my God, that just changed the end of the show. I'm like awake and alert. It doesn't feel long because my heart's going like this because I'm on my second bang. It's amazing.
Yeah, man. I want to start at the top, bro. Like,
all right, the on final.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay versus Strickland.
Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. This is one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
This shit here was like, I thought it was at times like a more even brutal version than Ospreay and Omega from the Tokyo Dome, with like way more blood, and then like just like a closing stretch built out of the logo that's on my shirt, the ROPW archives. Niggas just firing up, being epic, kicking out of shit, kicking out at one. Bro, I could just feel like when the entrances were happening. Mind you, these guys were dressed up like things that I don't really know. I got some intel.
Swerve is dressed as Lobo from the DC world of comic books because like he's a character in this new Supergirl movie.
There was a corporate tie-in, thing here with it, bro. When I saw him come out, I don't know what any of that is. So like, I see him come out with that in the cigar, and I'm like, yo, bro, like this is just my look. I'm gonna preface this because there are assholes somewhere that apparently it's hard for one to think for their own selves or don't believe we have our own independent thoughts here. So when I saw Swerve come out, I was like, yo, knowing what it was all set up, we all kind of figured Will was gonna go to Wembley and stuff like that. But what I saw Swerve do just between that entrance and his performance, in this. I felt like I was watching a guy send a message not only to like the fans, but the decision makers in this company, the decision makers in any company like that. Hey, man, when it comes to the complete package right now, I'm the number one guy in this business. Like, and
He's
you
definitely
can
been in the
line up,
conversation.
like
whenever
you
he's
can line up
given the
whoever
ball.
you want when it comes to like getting in the ring and then talking and then coming up with the storylines, the presentation, the crowd connection. Like he's firing on all cylinders, and this was like a match where it just maybe I was just more impressed with Swerve in this match, and no shot to Ospreay or anything. Ospreay, we love Will Ospreay. He's great.
Nobody was outdoing the other person in this
Right.
match. This is a collaborative, like obviously in some of them Okada Omega match, people be like this one wrestler is like the better wrestler or whatever else. Cool, whatever. This wasn't that match. This was a match where like they were both seemingly at the peak of their powers.
Yeah,
and
like the way I saw Swerve in particular, like between the entrance and then just kind of knowing like how this whole thing got set up and laid out, and then like the mind behind this, it was like he's far ahead of niggas, bro. Like if they didn't quote unquote pick him or go with him this year or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But man, somebody will. Like it's I think it's like. I think it's very clear, like, and what he brings to wrestling right now is special, and hopefully it resonated, with everyone else that way.
This was absolutely a superhero boss fight, and by them coming out as Bane and Lobo, they gave you that message from the beginning that it wasn't going to be no one hidden blade that finishes this match. It wasn't going to be a swerve stomp that finishes this match. It was going to take something otherworldly. It was going to be like Thanos versus Kang. Whatever big super villains you wanted to know, this is what it had to do. And it's like, it to me, it even builds more into, I call Will Ospreay the Superman of AEW. Mm-hmm. It even built it more because Superman, gets his ass kicked or dies by the supervillain, which was Doomsday, which in this case was Mox. When he comes back and he's like, I'm ready for you. And Mox just puts him down. And he's like, Superman has to go to Fortress of Solitude and find something else inside of himself to really step up, to punch harder next time. Now, in this case, he had to go to Doomsday to figure it out. But hey, whatever. The story is still there. I didn't punch hard enough. I had to learn to punch harder. I had to learn to go at people with no heart whatsoever and get the job done. And this played out in this so bad. And it's like, if you were looking for a wrestling match, fuck you. Get out of here.
But it was,
No. And what I mean by that is, it was like, well, these just hits
too
one
many kickouts and
it's
too much
over.
wrestling.
Yeah. No, but this was a superhero fight. It was going to take another level.
Right. But what was told in this match was, all right, like, that this is the thing, like you can imagine these epic matches where any good wrestling match, right? Any good wrestling match like prides itself on the part where like at some point it's up in the air who's going to win and who's going to and ultimately what is the tipping what tips whatever the scale for the other person to win, right?
Yes.
In WWE style it's mostly like, all right, somebody's running for their finish move, and whether or not are you gonna get in the way, or do you have a counter in place to get to your finish move, or do you have a way to super kick somebody when they come to spear you, and then you take them off their feet and you pin them, right? With your super kicks, your finish, right?
Yeah.
In Japan, it's a lot of like, all right, we both got this fire. Sometimes one burns brighter than the other, but you got to extinguish the flame. Like you got to put somebody down and finish them where like you hit them with the finish, and it seems like there's nothing left. And the last bit of any bit of strength this person has is to kick out, and they're just basically done. And you got to put them away. And you basically got to put them out of their misery. This was that style.
Yeah.
And on the margins, what was between these two in this particular fight was, it was honestly like getting early on, right? Early on is like, hey, like Ospreay did do damage on Swerve's arm on the floor with that fucking arm bar. But that played into the storyline that they were telling, where we're like, I know Rich was like, and a lot of people were like, we don't want to see Will Ospreay do Saberism, but anybody has any faith in Ospreay have any part that's figured out is like, he's not actually going to do full on Saberism. It's going to be on the margins. And ultimately that played into it, and it played into the story of like getting people to believe that like at the end of this, the very end, where he's basically dead to rights, is he actually believes this Jon Moxley shit and Death Rider shit has made him better. He believes in himself after he came back and had doubts now. That's the story. Does this guy that it has everything figured out except for the mental and emotional parts of this, is he, because he's failed at this championship level. He's done everything to do in this company except for win the AEW World Title. What is the missing thing that is why he has failed, and why he can actually believe in him now to do it? It's the guys that fucked him up helping this dude figure this out. On the margins, he has the coach in place, right? Like if we had Greg Popovich said of Mitch Johnson coaching the Spurs, might be a different result in the finals. That's all this story is. This is what this story is telling. And it's also going to the part where Moxley and them, they gonna play all sorts of middle mind games when they fuck him over and they put that Ziploc bag over his head and turn on him.
Dude.
Moxley wants a true adversary or whatever else, and he wants the AEW title. They're kind of rerunning this Danielson shit all over again in that way, where it's like he's gonna turn to him, people gonna be furious, and we'll go from there. But
you sure about
right
that?
Now,
you sure they ain't gonna cheer?
That Will Ospreay getting suffocated? No.
Yes.
No,
I don't think they're gonna cheer John Moxley or Will Ospreay.
This is
all right.
But
because we never know what side of the bed John Moxley gonna wake up on in the morning. He might just feel like being a babyface that day. You know?
Yes.
All right. So, but meanwhile, in this match, like, bro, me and Rich talked about this. Like, there's gonna be a point in this match where Swerve is gonna have people believe it, and I said this is probably gonna be 2 or 3 of those moments. He got him when Swerve kicked out of a buckshot. Hidden blade. I could not believe that shit. I was like, all right, man. Y'all got it. We way out of here. We passed the 5-star shit. Like, Meltzer gonna give this shit like
this is
5.5
my
or something crazy.
Like, this is my match of the year. No,
yeah, and it's not even close.
He's gonna give it 5.5. He's not gonna give it.
No, I said 6.5.
He's
the only match
he was like top 3 or 4 match. Like, I was
Wait,
like,
what did he
right,
say?
Man. He was like top 3 or 4 match this year. I'm like, all right, man.
The only match I've seen that is better than this is Kenny Omega and Okada at Dominion. To me, that is clearly better than this. Is Omega and Okada.
I think this is second best. I think that there are 2 matches that right now, if we were going to go to any place where people watch a bunch of wrestling worldwide, I think the 2 matches that people are going to vote the most will be this match at this point and probably the Tanahashi retirement. Those would be the 2.
Yes. I just wanted to say the moment for me in this match is when Will hits the hidden blade and then Swerve just swats him away. If that did not look like a supervillain moment in a movie where the hero thinks he has him, and it's like, no, that ain't a fucking enough. And I just up and I flexed and I was like, yeah!
And that's a play and a callback to their match, the ending of the match against that they had at Dynasty when Swerve was champion.
Yes,
then he says to him, "You always been little bro."
Yep.
He said to him, "You ain't beat me in years. You always been little bro." I was like, "Look, man, that is the story of this." Like Swerve ultimately, he's right when it comes to like, hey man, you trust these folks and they ain't trustworthy. Swerve's right about that. But it's also like Swerve is arrogant of like, you think that made a difference? It ain't gonna make no difference. And ultimately, that was his downfall. Yeah. He had noticed that like this has changed Will on the margins.
Yeah, and they both had kind of developed their fatalities, which, Will always had the Tiger Driver 97. And Swerve's been using that Vertebreaker. And it was like, who's going to hit that first at that right time? And then when he hit it and it didn't finish it, it was like, oh, shit. Okay.
So much blood in this match. And
dude.
Just like.
Ospreay has a crazy blade job, right? Yes, yeah. He has a crazy one, right? And then Swerve pulls out. I thought I know there's no arteries up here or wherever that he cut himself. But bro, I was like, what the fuck did he hit?
Yeah.
Like it was. I saw someone say this looks like DMX on the Flesh My Flesh, Blood My Blood album cover. I was like, you got a point, because I ain't never seen a black wrestler be that bloody ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
He's dark skinned and like you
Yes.
clearly see the blood.
You see
like,
red, he dripping multiple puddles in the ringside, everywhere. That nigga bled everywhere in this
bro,
match.
and all that blood loss, like you're losing your gas and your oxygen and shit, and it's like
Right.
you gotta run through just the thing of doing the match itself. Like you gotta like run through all that shit and hope you got the win to keep going and all that. There were all-time great wrestlers asking how he did that last night, like all-time legends wondering like, what did you do out there? I can never do it like that.
Right. I mean, look, that's the thing, right? With like you mentioned, open the blood. Like, yeah, man, like that's one of the things
Start
I've
getting
never.
woozy.
One of the things just in real sports in general. One of the things I've never understood is why people don't, or why sports leagues aren't looking for people that are blood doping. Like taking blood out of extracting blood out their bodies gets to the point where their bodies regenerate, or make up that blood, replicate or fix and get back to where the normal levels are, and then they just re-inject it. That's what the cyclists were doing. That's how they're blood doping. Why aren't people like, you don't think that would help in the NBA? Like when people talk about LeBron and they make these PED jokes, I'm like, if there's anything I would guess he would be doing would have been blood doping back when he was in his prime. And it's like, you mean to tell me this 260, 70 pound motherfucker is the one that's playing for the whole entire second half of playoff games and doesn't like he's tired at all while he's playing offensive defense, controlling every single thing? How is he managing this? This don't make no sense. Like that's the biggest drop of LeBron period is like you can see his gas tank year by year gets more and more worn out. Like that's been the actual change. Not like he don't jump as high, even though it still happens. But like the biggest thing when you watch LeBron is like he ain't got no gas tank no more.
Yes.
Compared to what it used to be, where it's like, oh, he was playing 41 minutes at 260 pounds. But back to Swerve, like you mentioned, like that's another part of the story is like the blood loss is like, how do they keep going this fucking far when it looks like they should just have nothing left?
That shit was a movie, bro.
Like
and it was just
sorry, Rich, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I was saying like I thought it was just like you could see it was like the peak of like what guys can do athletically and laying out all where you subvert the expectations and you take the crowd on a ride, and it feels like 50-50. Like again, we're going into this Ospreay weighted match where it's like, yeah, we're just, the part of the storyline itself was where it was like everybody thinks this is, some laydown or whatever. Bro, you're watching it and you're just seeing the performance and it's like 50-50. It's just, by itself, like right there. And it's like
literally who is going to cross the tape first, and it comes down to, are we running through the tape or are we doing the chest shit?
And the thing is, it was like the thing that came through to me is that Swerve was there on every level. Like, I've known Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And I was telling Rich before we pressed record that I always put Swerve in the category. When you talk about wrestlers, I'd be like in-ring performers. I'd be like, it's Omega to catch the Ospreay. I'd do that. But Swerve would be over there, best overall acts in wrestling. I would always talk about Swerve in that best overall acts in wrestling because I didn't really consider him that level of a wrestler. Last night, he gave me the double birds and said, here I am. I'm going to be here. I've been here. I could have done this whole time. I just finally got the stage to do it. And I'm standing up there like the last 5 minutes of this, I am on my feet, clapping, about have tears in my eyes because they have convinced me that Swerve has a shot. Even though I came into this match like, oh, Will Ospreay's definitely going to win. On those last couple of threes, I was like, man, give it to Swerve. Man, give it to Swerve. I like, they made me like, I am a fan, but they made me a fanboy in that moment. I was just like completely immersed in that world. In that moment, you talking to me, you can put me up a lie detector test. Is wrestling real? It is absolutely fucking real right now. And oh my God,
One of those
I'm
I'll
like,
never forget this match.
yes, I'm
I'll
beating my
never forget
chest.
this match.
And anybody tells me that they've seen a better match, I'm like, you're lying. You're just lying. I can't, like, you haven't. You haven't. I don't care about your taste. I don't care about the tribalism. What line you on? You watched that match and didn't get excited. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even talk to me
There was
anymore.
there was
I don't
And
even
people
reason-
hate people. People
There's
hate.
a lot of people
I've
doing
seen
all
that
this
cage
cat-
match
yeah.
score, and I'm like, all right, y'all
There's
got
people
it.
doing some hating on it, like obviously with the cage match score. That's bullshit.
This is
gonna
almost
win
like
match
the-
of the year.
This is
barring
almost like
anything
what's it
else.
called? This
Yeah.
almost like this almost like we talking about the Osprey and Ricochet match from Best Super Juniors almost like a decade ago.
Yeah.
This is like getting that kind of reaction where people are like, this was way too much. This is
Yeah.
way too much. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right.
and they're talking all this
Go that
bullshit
way.
like this is woke wrestling, all this like dumb shit, like it's
What does that
ascribing-
mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's ascribing political terms to bullshit. Shut the fuck up. You like that's like my personal message to you people that have come out here and just doing things like saying, yeah, this was a dud. This was a 2-star match and shit. Look, you can like whatever kind of wrestling, whatever. I'm not gonna say you can't rate whatever, but you niggas are fucking dumb. Like clip it, send it to whoever you want. Like y'all know the folks that I be banging on is them doing this bullshit. Like
I
I'm
saw
sorry.
Terry Funk
Look,
count
look,
shit wipe their ass with this match. I was like, okay.
I am.
Look,
That was
I'm
my
sorry.
first-
Niggas
that
was
my first
athletic.
That was my first time where Rich has been talking about Terry Funk counts about like their particular taste on wrestling is fucked up, and I be pointing out like it is weird. I've never seen it, but it is weird that a Terry Funk avatars will be talking like this. Meanwhile, Terry Funk fucking loves these dudes that be doing this shit.
Yes.
like
He loved Manami Toyota. He loved Kyoko Inoue. He loved Tiger. He loves Will Ospreay and Omega in them. He loved them.
Yeah.
He loved these dudes. He was telling Dave Meltzer, "Yo, this is what's next for innovation in pro wrestling when it came to All Japan Women's in the '90s."
Y'all are
Like,
spoiling the
Terry
good.
was a
it's
maximum
so
wrestler.
fucking infuriating to see that kind of shit to where it's like you can't respect the athleticism, you can't respect the level of drama that went into this, you can't respect the match layout, you can't respect like does athleticism scare you that much? Does it make you feel unmasculine? Like, does it make you feel like what is it? I want these niggas to tell the truth.
My favorite part is like when people complain about this person didn't like the Zack Sabre. Remember when Zack Sabre took that crazy neck drop from the top rope and one of them, I can't remember what it was, but like he sold it as if like he
stood
was
up
not
and went
loopy
down.
and he almost died. Like someone taking a huge impact, right? And there were people like, that's fake. You know what's fake? I was like, oh, you think that fall was fake? He took the real fall, you dumbass. He can say whatever he wants to because he actually experienced it.
Yeah.
People don't. So yeah, people be
Yeah.
doing that, and I'm like, hey man, y'all have y'all opinion of whatever y'all like, but like then you see this shit pop up in these actual human cockfighting MMA fights where someone actually can do that shit, right? Shoot power bombs, get the fuck back up sometimes.
Yeah.
People gotta stop.
Yeah, I no longer, in my positivity, I no longer get angry at those things. I just become positive that they're stupid, and they have no taste. And I'm like, because it becomes this again. It becomes this divided thing where it's like I have to pick something wrong with you because I can't accept that it's so much better than what I watch.
It's tied to our identity. It's like no.
I have to disparage. It's like, you're like, oh, I remember. To use an example, I no longer get into Jordan LeBron arguments because I realize I'm disparaging Jordan, one of the gods of basketball. I'm trying to disparage Jordan to try to get my point across that LeBron's good. And if I really love LeBron, I don't need to disparage Jordan. I can just talk about what LeBron did. And that's what I feel about AEW. I don't need to disparage the other company because I'm just going to talk about what I just saw. And what I just saw was remarkably one of the best matches I've ever seen. I'm like, it's one of the few times, like I say, I was glad I was at home. I was glad I was at home because you could see the whole presentation of everything. And again, had my bang in me. So the slog that is sometimes AEW pay-per-views wasn't really affecting me. I was hyped. And it was just like, I'm sitting there in shock, and I'm just like, I knew it was going to be match of the night. Go check out ATE if you want to. I said it was going to be match of the night, but they kicked my expectations in the nuts and said, you know what? Don't ever disrespect us by thinking we're only going to have a 5-star match.
Yeah.
like that's how you disrespected me. You said we were going to have a perfect match. No, we left perfect about 30 to 10 minutes to go in the match. They were already at perfect, and then they just pissed all over anybody you ever thought had a good match ever.
Yeah. So the thing for me is you just mentioned that this match you've never really thought of Swerve in the categories of like maybe best wrestler in ring or whatever else.
Yeah.
That's very top level, and I've always had him in like that second tier, right? Whereas like the very very best guys, the select few, the less than handful, and then like there's, if you want to say, well, I don't know, 15 other people or whatever else, if you the rest of whatever, like he's in that category for me. But for me, like what changed my mind on like, yo, this isn't just a great wrestler, this is one of the best wrestlers of the generation. Like it was the Hangman stuff, and then what sealed me was like the Wembley match with Danielson. I was like, I don't know if that's the best Danielson match, but it's my favorite. And think about what that means for a person. It's literally like Danielson might be my favorite wrestler of all time at this point.
Mm-hmm.
For that to be my favorite Danielson match, like that's fucking nuts. And that wasn't nearly as, you know, crazy as this match, because like it wasn't super blood fest or whatever else. This shit was like, this is the perfect match for these two people at this particular moment. And they got both sides. You knew what the result was as the bell rings to start the match. You knew that Ospreay was leaving with this belt, and the twists and turns along the way convinced you at multiple points that shit wasn't happening. That was incredibly difficult for a jaded pro wrestling fan like me to actually be like, holy shit. Swerve kicked. That would have been a perfect finish. It went longer, and it went past. It still kept peaking, but it's like to kick out of a buckshot hidden blade was nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, the Tanahashi.
Swerve bringing Hangman into it at first when he didn't hit the Deadeye on Ospreay.
Oh,
that
hell
set
yeah!
That up.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, Hangman's like the silent hand kind of in this match. Because if you think
this match was like this promotion was supposed to be us three, and this guy can't be champion right now until he turns heel.
Yeah, so
it was just like a Tanahashi Okada level build in the match too. How it built from the beginning to the middle to the ultimate conclusion was just like, this should be in your wrestling schools. This should be.
It will
like,
be.
It was like a window, like with the Hangman stuff included. It was like a window into an AEW that I wish was the AEW all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Right.
Like it's like
Like
there's
now
several
that
other
we
forces.
seem to be past Kenny Omega and John Moxley as being the two guys, and Danielson as being like the three biggest guys. Throw Jericho in there too, right? Like the next, it should be those three plus MJF.
Mm-hmm.
It should be, and we kind of still are, but it's like, are we gonna get around all four of them? We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah,
because I did not want to see Heyman on the page like had that title run he have, and then all of a sudden like, oh, he can never be babyface champion again. Oh, okay,
I mean, hey, he could be Continental Classic champion. Great, get him out of my world title picture.
Speaking of world title picture, we had a Death's Door steel cage match, a circular cage, which I thought the circular cage looked fucking incredible visually.
Never use a different cage.
I've never
used a different cage. This is the cage.
This is it.
This is the cage. Why do anything else? This is the AEW cage.
Well, I like their singles, their regular original cage match that goes all the way down like to the floor. That like their regular match for like regular cage matches.
Yeah,
right.
Like, if it's
they're doing like they're like multiple person or whatever else. This is a nice addition, whatever else. Like obviously they're going to bring out blood and guts eventually again, but yeah, you're right. Now, I think it's a nice bit of symbolism that they brought a circular cage, and the other promotion is tied with Endeavor in UFC. Like I thought it was kind of notable that they brought out the Bellator cage. Basically, yes. I thought it was a nice bit of like, y'all gonna do the octagon shit. We got the circular joint. So that was cool. Man, this match was fun as hell.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like, it was way more serious than like that match they had last year with like Tanahashi and shit.
I agree. Even with the Leo Rush portion,
yes.
Like I think they thought a lot of this stuff out, and also hit niggas with the Nintendo controllers. And
I was screaming. I popped for that. That was it. That had me. Like the 5-year-old Floyd was. Oh my god! It was wrestling.
It hurt.
Wrestling and those things was like bricks, man.
Fletcher took a fucking a bump on basically from the neck and head onto the Nintendo. Like, you damn
this
dummy.
Nigga Darby Allin planted a bomb. One of these. Like he planted a bomb and this shit exploded on Kevin Knight.
What was the bomb in?
It was a bag, right?
Yeah. And Kevin
Remember
Knight.
I be calling that man a school shooter?
Yep. I've called him that multiple times on my
show. This nigga Darby Allin took tacks to the face.
And that face he made was like, that was the first time I ever seen him do some shit. I'm like, he regrets that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I bet he won't do that one again.
Yeah.
It looked cool though.
You have it peaking with Andrade wearing the fuck Don Callis, fuck MJF. Soon to be triple platinum shirt whenever they release that one. Waits 30 minutes, kicks Jake Doe in the nuts so hard.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that on replay until someone pointed out like he shot kicked him in the nuts. I looked, I was like, oh yeah, that's you might got to go back and apologize about that one in the back. That one's like, hey bro, you ain't had to. I got torsion now.
I like the Kyle Glocks out of line to Andrade's shirt that says "fuck Mox" as well. You got Rich's thoughts on the tired ass focus of AEW booking. Yeah.
I don't think you really hate Don, do you?
Okay, I don't hate Don. I think I'm just tired of Don.
Okay,
fair. All right, man. Like,
I think that's the same thing for Mox too. You don't really hate Mox. You just tired of him.
It's just like, all right. So the Moxley thing in this show is like I feel like we saw him far too many times. We didn't mention that he did the voiceover for the match of the main event, and then appeared at ringside. Yeah. Not gonna blame him there. You put the match together however you put it together or whatever, right? And you have the joint where he's after the match with Shota Umino. You have him working the match against Bandito as a full heel in California, ripping in Luchador's mask up. So, like, there's a lot going on. It's inarguable. Like, these are just.
We've been talking about this for weeks.
I'm not even editorializing.
You've been talking about this for weeks. That's exactly what it is. Like, we talked about that, or actually last week we talked about like that whole first hour of Dynamite being like, all right, heel Death Riders, heel Marina, babyface
Garcia,
Osprey, no, babyface Osprey, babyface Garcia. It was like, that's a mind fuck.
Yeah. So we'll take it back to the cage, but I thought the cage match was very fun, laid out well. They stole him off
bag and pulled out.
Yes, the fuck you. Yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
The funny part was the way he was taking so long to grab whatever out. I was like, he's gonna pull out a middle finger, and it's sure enough, he pulled out a middle finger. I died.
Yes. I was like, is he setting up? Bro, I was like, what's going on? I was like, are they trying to get a? I was like, are they trying to get a specific camera shot or something? What's happening? And then he pulled that shit out. I was screaming.
Bro, it was so funny because Okada was like, we making about Okada, he came and he was wrestling, started in a t-shirt, so he's out here doing his whole I don't give a fuck thing, and like, when the way his hands are is like he was afraid of a weapon being pulled out on him, right? Like I thought, Caleb loves to do this. Anytime there's a no DQ match or a death match, whatever, or a cage match, he loves to pull out that line of, well, I need to pull out a gun and shoot somebody. There's no rules, right? Yeah. So, like, Okada's behaving like, we in America, there's guns here. If I push Takeshita over the line where this man now has a firearm, he's gonna use it on me? is he gonna hit me with that shit that took out the prime minister in Japan, that makeshift gun? Yeah. And then when it happened, he put that middle finger on, kind of made a face like, all right, you got me. I fucking died, man. I loved it. And I love the interaction of like Takeshi has to fight literally Fletcher and Okada at the same time. Basically, it was so good. There were so many good moments of this, like the Darby moment stuff that happened, as you mentioned, that led up to the explosion with Kevin Knight. That was really good too. Yeah, man.
So I popped for Willow sending orange slices.
Yes.
In the bag. Yeah. I was like, like the group mom.
The orange slices
onto
the blood,
which led to throw it on the cut up onto the blood because it's cuts and you get the citric acid burn. Look, Rich, I was out here screaming out that Plies on Watch This. Jack Boy's out. Send him please so I can burn him. Yeah, like they burning his ass.
I did that one time. I got a paper cut and I ate an orange. And oh my God. I'm like, if that was your form of torture, I'd tell you whatever you wanted. I'm like,
these citrus burns and broadside on cuts. Nah, man, no, thank you.
No.
Jay Doyle takes the pin.
Yes, and, that's why he was in the match.
Mark Briscoe and MJF Wednesday night.
Yep.
So,
and MJF lost his title.
Oh, that's the whole hook
on the Dynamite after,
right?
Yeah, after the show.
But, you got that set up, and then you also, they're going to do Grand Slam Mexico and Arena Mexico, and I think August 2nd. That's where I'm putting that Andrade match.
Yeah,
if he still has the
whoever
belt.
got the belt.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I loved it. I thought it was a great match. Really great match.
Up next, women's Owen Hart final. Mercedes Moné versus Maya World in an incredible match.
Flags drop a bomb to that.
Like a match with heart, a match with emotion, a match with somebody getting their chance on their first big stage against somebody that inspired them to get into wrestling. Two black women at that. Mercedes coming to see the side effects of her own greatness because, at some point, maybe she is as legendary as she thinks she is, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe she has inspired all these women around the world. Maybe these ain't just stories that, people talking about. It's right there. And then you see everything that My World threw in to do all these odes to different great moments in Mercedes matches over the years.
Yep.
This had me, and I believe Floyd as well, and it was just I can't believe it. And then I didn't expect My World to get up to that level, right? This is the first time I really, got a extended look at something beyond a television match. So I was okay, we'll see, how it goes. It's Mercedes.
You saw enough on TV to be like she's good.
Yeah,
but you saw enough on TV to be like, oh yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. You don't know how good or what that person can do because it's there was a Queen Amanada in Red Velvet match on last show, and it was those are two good ass wrestlers at this point.
Yeah.
It all comes down to timing and circumstance with this. And the crowd really is into this, in this perfect tournament wrestling where we saw this happen with Shuri in 2020 Grand Prix where it's her mom dies, she misses one match, she has to go back and wrestle the next day after she misses one day, and then she's playing catch up, and then ultimately she doesn't win the tournament at the end. But that set the path for Shuri to become literally the best stretch women's wrestler I've ever seen for 2 years. But with Maya is this tournament wrestling this is real. They took advantage of a tragic situation in real life as far as saying look, we know this person's talented. Y'all have a reason to care for her right now with this thing happening. We gonna put some more emotional weight on it where you see she actually can live up to the emotional weight of your sympathy. This is one of your next top baby faces in this promotion in the women's division. Yeah. In the next year, she needs to be TBS champion, all that stuff. If you follow through correctly with all this,
I feel like Mercedes just
Storm and whatever else.
as an individual performer, I may have never seen Mercedes operate on a higher level than this. Like holding it together through everything. Like, and I think she was just like tired of people talking about her, bro. Especially like you look at this tournament, starts it against Alex Windsor, comes out there in the semifinal against Suzuki on TV, and then this one, and it's like she didn't get like the greatest opponent. Like they didn't send her out there with EO every round. They didn't send her out there, you know, with whoever. It was just like, all right, these are circumstances. This tournament clearly had to be rebooked, and this wasn't the original plans. Like. Right. They tapped into something that had people viscerally reacting to them in this match. They weren't chanting about how awesome it was. Like, they were living and dying with my world, hopefully winning, but also knowing that Mercedes fucking rules and it's her fucking time to be on top of this promotion. Like, there's no woman that has come from the US of A that is touching Mercedes Moné. Like, and she's one of the greatest of all time. Like, this.
Yeah.
So...
This tournament still, look, if anybody was a doubter, go through this tournament.
Yeah, and to go on this build
sorry, Floyd. If you are a doubter, given what this woman has already done, I can't help you.
Yeah, none we can do for you.
Seek help.
I am doing the AEW match guide with Sir Sam, and we're covering Sting versus Ric Flair from Clash of the Champions '88.
Okay.
And the reason I say this because I was a very young little Stinger at this point, and that's what vibe this match gave me. Because everybody knew Sting had the look to be the guy. Everybody knew they had the charisma to be the guy. But when you got in the ring, what were you gonna do? And this match ended up winning like match of the year or whatever because Sting and Ric Flair, you just saw it. It was Sting's coming out party.
Yeah.
I felt like yesterday was Maya World's coming out party. It was like establishing herself. I'm not gonna be here now. I'm gonna be here for the next 10 years. You're gonna be cheering me. You're gonna be booing me, but you're gonna see me. And I thought she hung in everyone. It was like I had literally I didn't care who won this match. Like, I had really no rooting interest. By the end, I was like, Maya, they got to pull the trigger. They got to go with Maya. They got to go with Maya. I'm like,
and it's like some matches are bigger than execution, bigger than botches. And I hear all the time, James, about how I need to accept that wrestling isn't perfect. And, you know, it's sloppy at times and it's a struggle. Well, how about it now? Let's apply
but there were only issues
let's apply the struggle.
But there were only issues in this in like the first 2 minutes of the match or 5 minutes of the match. Who gives a shit? If we are doing the whole situation of we are gymnastic judges and any little flub or whatever else gets taken or gets deducted or whatever else, okay, cool. But also that means like when it happens matters. That shouldn't happen at the end. That should happen at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And they kept building and building and building after that.
So
and guess what? Guess what happens in combat sports? There are wardrobe malfunctions. It happens.
Yes, the corner thing where they couldn't do the
Mercedes saved that so well.
That did happen.
It ended up looking like it was almost intentional. You know what I mean? Because it was like, of course she's gonna try to stop her from doing that, and she has to keep trying different ways to get into that position. Like I said, I've never minded a little sloppiness in wrestling. It's just how you adjust. And you saw on the fly what someone that has been doing this for over a decade can do with a bad moment, where if it was someone with less talent, that's a lot worse.
Like, she's going for the powerbomb a third time and possibly dropping her on her shit.
Yes.
Right. It's like, it didn't work. All right, we'll get it again. Okay, we missed time. Okay, Maya missed time to jump from what I wanted to jump, so I can't do it. All right, so now I'm going to strike her, go to the other corner, and then do the wind up to it was fine. You move on from there. Like the Osprey match, right? When they were trying that shit on the table and it didn't work out, they both flipped over the top. They just moved on to the next section, the next part of the match, where it's like, in kayfabe, where are they? And then they picked up from where they were, but it was a botch. Oh well.
Yes.
Shit happens. right? Like
Yeah.
we were talking about Sami Zayn earlier, right? The first Sami Zayn main match that got him like over the top was like there was a match of him and Kevin Owens or whatever else in 2016 where like this is right before SummerSlam, right? So like Sammy goes for his Arabian moonsault. He basically gets caught and doesn't land and basically lands on the apron. He starts selling his shoulder. Kevin Owens works on the shoulder and goes from there or whatever else, right? That happens. There are fuck ups in pro wrestling. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
I thought they covered up for it well what had happened, but it's like if people want to be this big as sticklers over it, it's like how do you rebound from this? Shit ain't gonna go perfect.
Yeah. I think this match meant so much for like whatever Maya World's career is going to be, and it's another chapter on Mercedes Moné, and then selfishly, two black women in there. It always feels a certain special way whenever I see Mercedes and Athena go at it, Mercedes and Willow, Mercedes and Bianca, there's something that like is going to connect with us that I don't think it's not going to connect with everyone else, right? But when I think about what the obstacles are that these women have to fight through for their critical respect, when I think about how they have to move throughout the business and everything, to see these fleeting moments of like them getting to have a 25-minute pay-per-view match, this is to be celebrated and rejoiced, and this is to be uplifted, preserved, and properly put in its context that like, hey, maybe people can look in more places for pro wrestlers. Like this is like what turns like someone into the next Maya World. Maya World had to see something somewhere, and it came from the woman that she was wrestling.
Right,
bro. Like, yeah, incredible match.
Yeah, this was my match of the night. My clear match of the night. If we sometimes I separate into men's match of the year and women's match of the year. This is my women's match of the year to be by far, and because this just like generally got me. You know me, I vote with my emotion on the matches like this. Mm-hmm. It got me emotional.
No, in my mind, I'm thinking because like, I'm not watching Stardom or whatever, but like I think this would have to be the best women's match I've seen this year.
Yeah, and it was just like they just went to another level, and it's just like, dude, and how it was like everybody went in. Oh, Mercedes is gonna win. Mercedes is gonna win. They're gonna Mercedes, and it was just like. But by the end.
But when you see her in her own move or whatever else, people are like, I think she's gonna lose. Yeah, that's the magic that we be talking about.
And she's about to tap out. Maya's about to go on all in. I was like, I don't know how they're gonna sell this match, but that's what's about to happen. And then Mercedes wins, and I was like, like I said, I was a little heartbroken for Maya. Of course, in that moment I was heartbroken, but then I was like, God damn, if you want anything on your resume as a young wrestler, hey, look at this match. Oh, right. TK, guess what I can do? This. You know what I mean? Right. This is why you should put me in big moments.
Right on the other side. Like immediately after
cut that promo immediately after this match.
So that's a flashing light that like, hey man, we not worried about that Billy Stark stuff no more. Like that we off that. Like this is Maya World is.
We're done with charity.
Billy's looking at someone's tailpipes now because she has been passed by.
So
she is
the heartbreaking young person that doesn't make it through, and you see potential, and like that is the draw of pro wrestling. Like that's what that is literally what got me like hooked on Stardom. I was watching for a few weeks and I saw. Hey, Tam Nakano gets her fucking dome kicked off by Momo Watanabe, and then she goes on this 2-year chase to win the white belt or whatever else. Along the line, does other shit, but like that's the hook. Like, do you have somebody that you like and they're on the verge of breaking through, or they're set on a path to break through, and are you gonna be watching to see them do it? That's what this is. That was the biggest emotional thing for everybody with Hangman for all them years. It was like we saw this guy just start out at this particular level. We see him tracking and stumbling and failing along the way, and he finally gets to the top against Kenny Omega and then against John Moxley, and we love the hell out of it every time it happened.
Yeah, man.
I wrestling.
Yeah, I just came out impressed, and it's always perfect for wrestling when you came out with elevated feelings about both of them.
Right.
And like I came out, Mercedes is like I had always heard she was the best American wrestler, and I was probably one of the last holdouts. And then last night happened, and I was just like, I just saw the adjustment she made, and how she sold for her, and she made that woman look like $1,000,000. And Maya held her own. That's not disparaging her at all. And I was just like, oh, so I am watching the best American wrestler. Best women's American wrestler ever. I like, and it was like last night kind of solidified me because the reason Ric Flair was great was because you could put him in a match with a 1 year or 2 year in the ring Lex Luger, and by the end of the match, you like Lex Luger should have beat Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That's what happened last night.
It's funny. Ric Flair has a 16-time world champion daughter. But actually, the next Ric Flair was her rival.
That's nasty.
Love to see it. All right, man. Let's blow through a couple of these other ones, man. We got
a couple of these other ones, these other great matches.
Yes.
Cope and Cage.
Oh yes.
This is the worst match from the show for me.
Every show, there's one match you wondered why wasn't this on Dynamite? Why wasn't this on Collision?
Always the dogs.
This was the match.
It wasn't like it was a bad match. It was a good match, but it's like every other match was clearly better than this.
Yeah. The spot of the match was probably Rich's saddest point. Jay White coming back.
So he's been out a long time. Jay White is ultimately a force for good in this company. So I welcome Jay White.
Yes.
So he came back and hit Finley with the shillelagh. They turn the lights out. The whole Bang Bang gang is here until, one of them, spraying something in the next week. We can't get all 5 of them together at the same time. But
they got Judgment Day level of bad luck.
Yeah.
Or the Vision. The Vision would probably be more accurate. Like somebody's always hurt.
Hopefully, you can find something because Jay White and AEW has been a mixed experience thus far. I'll just say that. But it's crazy thing. I have always liked Jay White, and I was glad he's back because they weren't booking the Bang Bang Gang good until Jay White came back. That was the thing. They just y'all get to lose until Jay White gets back, and now he's back. So hopefully they can not just be people that lose all the time.
Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect place to get Jay White back and Bang Bang Gang back, like as baby faces, to have them immediately go against, the dogs.
Bullet Club Civil War.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
It's a crazy Civil War. It's a Civil War.
It's a Civil War.
It's a Civil War that we were not expecting to see played out in AEW.
Yeah, this is off-brand Bullet Club Civil War. We don't.
Right, but. Look, if this is your way to get Jay White and Gabe Kidd, into this,
I'd watch
incorporated, because these should be the people that they should be in that mix of the TNT title and title challenges on TV.
Yeah,
they should be in that mix.
I want both of them.
So if they can make this work, it's great. And also, look, it's on Saturdays, so.
Yeah.
Let it off. Let it go. Let it run.
I want Jay White and him both in the Continental Classic. Let's go. Gabe Kidd, Jay White and Jay Kidd. Let's get them both in the Continental Classic.
When we gonna get MJF in the Continental Classic?
Never. Never. I mean, World Championship or bust for old MJF.
Yeah. AEW Women's World Title. Tekla versus Starlight Kid. Awesome match, man. Teru Okada came out there, got himself embarrassed because what else would he do? That geek.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tekla and Starlight Kid, like they've done, a few times before in Stardom. Look, Starlight Kid on a big show, I ain't have no concerns about her getting over.
Right.
Even though it was a tough situation for her. Like when you think about how they did this, she is a foreigner working as a babyface, but she's against a very popular heel it seems like they got to kind of flip the match a little bit during it to where Starlight Kid's kind of seems like she's in the hero role a little bit, but you got to get Teru Okada involved, and they had a lot to do, and I think they cruised to a smooth 25, I say, or 22 points.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole plan, I think, was like ultimately getting to, all right, if anybody, because of due to familiarity, are going to do the whole, I care more about Tekla and I don't know this person from a can of paint, so I'm gonna cheer for Tekla. Once they start fucking with the mask at post match, you're like, all right, Tekla at every point makes you know what to feel about her.
Yeah.
Because I think she's smart enough to know that, like,
intentional wrestler.
Because I think she's smart enough she's very intentional. I think she's smart enough to know that, like, if I carry this not this exact way, they're gonna start cheering me and booing my opponents, and that ultimately makes for a less productive match that I'm in.
Yeah, and Tekla, the word aura is thrown around, and it's usually referred to 6'5", 6'5".
She had him spinning that bread.
Dude, she is a 5'1" woman that has Obafemi aura energy.
Yep.
As in, you do not want to look away when she's on the screen. You do not want to miss what she's about to say.
Do you know the outfit that she... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Do you know the outfit that she wore when the first... All right, so Stardom's had basically like two big, like, this is the biggest show ever, like, of recent memory, right? So they do Yokohama Budokan, right? Their first one. When Tekla showed up, came to the Yokohama Budokan, Yokohama Arena, not Budokan, Yokohama Arena. And she was wearing, like, this black leather joint that looked like Minister of Darkness Undertaker.
Wow.
Like walk down shit. Like, it's leather, it has like spikes, and like it sticks out for shoulder. I remember being like, who the fuck she thinks she feeling like? Like,
dude.
She's always had this thing of, like, she has a sense of, like, hey man, like, me and Rich always thought that, like, if she's going to be on TV, American TV, she's going to do better than she did in Japan, and she did well for guys in Japan.
And some people can't really live with it. Like, technically, she's proved a lot of people wrong.
Also, we don't know what the future of Forbidden Door is when it comes to New Japan's participation, given that they're in flux with, the change from being Bushiroad to somewhere else now. Hey, Stardom sent people over here to be in Owen.
Dude.
They brought Sari over through the whole Stardom connection. They sent Hazuki over, whatever else. They did
it well.
They had the great match. Had them involved leading up to this. Brought over Starlight Kid to lose. Brought Micah over here for the pre-show. Won a match. Now she's going to be on Dynamite or whatever else in this whatever the hell that's called, 6-way, whatever else. Like, you
really can't be upset at this.
Tekla and Stardom have done it this year, because they haven't done it great in other years, to be fair. But this year, they did it right. And they did it better than New Japan. They did it better than CMLL too. So,
I flat out said after yesterday, I was like, "Fuck, put the TBS title on Micah." That's how.
I mean, why not?
That would be hilarious.
Like, Stardom just gave you so much. They just gave you a shit ton.
Like,
you got to spit on this shit.
Hey, Micah, you gonna wrestle over here for 3 weeks. You're gonna work 2 Dynamites and 2 Collisions. You will have 4 title matches, and then we will beat you after that, and then send you back, next month.
And it's not like with Micah. She's unfamiliar. Like, she was in that crew of people that, like, did, like, the ROH stuff last year.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Would be a nice little thank you.
Yeah, like I said, if you think about it, Stardom gave AEW a shit ton right now, and I'm like, hey, you want to give a little something back? I mean, I know at some point Tekla's going to lose a big match to someone in Stardom, but I'm just saying, if you want to give them something now, because I can't see that you had plans for the TBS title, why not just have somebody that's an excellent wrestler, let her put on excellent matches for for this pay-per-view cycle, and then put someone over maybe in a triple threat 4-way match at Redemption or whatever. I don't see it as a bad thing, her winning if she does. I probably not in the cards, but maybe I can make the sale. Maybe somebody from AEW can listen and be like, "Hey,
Look, maybe she can drop that shit to like Megan Bain or something.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Megan Bain.
It's just something I never considered, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
I also find it kind of like weird because not weird, but like kind of interesting because like Micah, like she's been the red belt champion numbers, but like she was clearly like she was Goto. Like she even like when they did historic crossover over the first one, she literally tag teamed with Goto. Rich was making that joke over and over and over. It was like she's never you can put her in the main event in the title match or whatever else in the main event, but she's never going to win it. And she did. Ultimately, it happened to a lot of injuries for it to occur, but it happened.
Black Saber Jr. said it's funny. Remember when people rather die than have a Stardom AEW collab in 2021-22? I mean, they still on. I know a few people who are still on that. So
Look, that is true. That was happening. But the funny part is, like, AEW's women division bell to bell is so much better than it was in 2021 and 22.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So much better.
I wouldn't.
There were no mile worlds walking around here.
Yeah, I was on the AEW side, and I was like, what does Stardom have to gain from this? So like. I was on the AEW.
Dennis. Go back to the return. Britt Baker return to Stardom.
Yes, yeah. Like
I remember Rich is trolling with that shit. I'm like, man, don't bring that bullshit over here. Don't bring that shit over to see.
Again, I'm a Britt fan, but I'm saying for Stardom's business, would it have done anything at the time? No.
The funny part is the reason why it's funny for me is because like Britt actually she's done Stardom before. She's done a tour in Stardom, but it's like
welcome home. You know.
As I say, I can't take no Britt Baker disparaging. I got to see my boy Chris, and he'll fight me if I let her get disparaged. But I still can say at that time the division wasn't on Stardom's level at that time. You know. Yeah. I'm just saying. I get you. I just like still on that roster. Yeah.
It is more competitive. It's a lot more competitive now.
Yes.
So, speaking of competition, we had the IWGP Global Heavyweight Title match. Shota Umino against Pac, just over 18 minutes. Umino wins. Pretty good match here. I would say pretty impressive, and I thought Shota Umino looked really good out here and real natural. And look, I had to question. I was like, man, if he keeps coming over, because they always take care of Shota Umino when he comes over at Forbidden Door or whatever, right? And people know him. They're familiar with his connections in the promotion. I'm like, if he keeps coming over and Inspector Gadget keeps staying behind, you project this out 5 years down the line, right? Who is going to be the bigger global star between them?
Yeah. I got a better one for you, right? We are in an era where Kazuchika Okada left New Japan Pro Wrestling, and within 2 years later, Tetsuya Naito left New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tsuji, you don't want to do this shit or whatever else for whatever reason you got, whether you actually feel this way or you just rallying the fan base, cool.
We talk about the real results.
Bushiroad just sold New Japan Pro Wrestling. Right? I don't know when your next contract up, but there is one place that will pay you more than given what you've done in New Japan Pro Wrestling will pay you more than New Japan right now, and it's AEW. You playing these games, whether they're kayfabe or shoot, whatever you want to do, whatever else, right? Shota Umino's bringing his ass over here. He's getting over every single time he's been over here. It's always, at worst, a very good match, or it's usually great, right? So when shit go left with the company, you tired, you ain't paying you what you think you feel like you worth. Tony Khan will be here to pay your ass. You might wanna reconsider this because Shota Umino has a job in North America whenever he wants it, if he ever needs it. You might not, and you're more talented than Shota Umino. So, might want to think about that part when you do this whole stupid shit or this silly shit. Might, just might. But he could be working, but it ain't going to ingratiate you or whatever else. For you bring your ass over here. If you bring your ass over here after you've done this in kayfabe, like I said, we ain't that great with media literacy over here.
Yeah. I was just saying, just like, you know. Look, man, because like, how did I was like, the only thing that can save Shota Umino from, I think, you know, not ending up the bigger of the two, is like, all right, your other option, Yota Tsuji, would be to become the eyes closed, hands down best wrestler in the world, and we have no choice but to just pay attention to you. But until that day, if you're not going to do that, I would suggest getting on the plane eventually.
Because it ain't even got to be about New Japan. Or it ain't even got to be AEW. Hey, man, New Japan of America tickets don't be selling.
Yeah.
Like they used to.
And he came over and did a match with Andrade earlier this year.
Yep. Like and it was a great match. Like the issue is I think it's myopic. I just think it's short-sighted of you not what you were holding yourself up, you were cutting yourself off from opportunities that could benefit you in the future. That's all.
I'll say this about the match. He just looks so much more confident than the recent years where it was like they thought he was going to be the guy, and then he would come out and wrestle, and he just looked like the lesser in any, like when he was in the matches, he looked like the lesser. He looked like he was getting carried through. And last night, he felt like he was right there with one of the best AEW has to offer in ring, Pac. And it was just like he felt like he belonged in there with Pac. And I came out with that with a lot more warmer feeling towards Shota than I've ever had.
He also took a crazy fucking bump in his match for no reason.
Dude, the awesome bomb.
He took a power bomb over the top rope through a table on the floor. Why are you doing that? Did he really want to wrestle Darby Allin? Is that what happened? He's like, I'm gonna get some crazy shit off.
And so my wife was sitting next to me, and she looked away because I yelled, "What the fuck?" She's like, "What'd I miss?" And I went back 10 seconds for her so she could see it, and she was like, "Holy fuck, what?" She was like, "Why?"
Yeah, that was tough, dog. Like, I was like, "Hey, brother, did he want a bonus?"
Look. He might have already been in the Tokyo Dome this year, or whatever it was, but he treated this like this was his big match of the year.
Yeah. You gonna remember me. That's what he said. You're gonna remember me.
That was an irresponsible spot. That's some shit that we be talking. That shit we be tisking Darby Allin about. But like, hey, bro, you gonna up in a wheelchair and keep this shit up.
Yes.
But Umino gets a win, and then Moxley gets in the ring. They face off, and it's like, oh, remember John Moxley and Shota Umino, and who knows what John Moxley's got planned for this man. But Tanahashi wasn't risking none of that.
Yep. Tanahashi came down and said,
Tanahashi music hits.
Yeah. So
like, stay away from my boy. Like
everybody's like, Tanahashi looks like this. Tanahashi looks like that. I was like, that man looks
however he wants, brother.
I said that man looks retired. That's what he looks. He looks retired. Exactly. He looks like I don't have to do all this shit anymore. I am retired. I got a good gut. Sure, I'm eating good. I loved it,
brother.
Like, I was like, I'm happy for you.
After what Tanahashi gave us, like, know what kind of shape he probably just to get to the point he was, at the end. Like, hell no, cut the hair, stop going to the gym every day and chow down, brother. Hibachi.
Hey, he didn't do Favre on the Jets. He left us with a masterpiece, and it's like, okay, I'm out. Don't like that's how you're gonna remember me. He didn't go out there getting carried, getting carried. He went out there and said,
he didn't fake a heart attack. He didn't know that.
No, he's like he realized when he was done, and he stopped. He's like, I'm done.
TK gave him a really nice guitar, so he doesn't have to play that air guitar no more.
He has really idea how to play it. Like, I have no idea how to play it.
That would be hilarious. I mean, maybe he doesn't. I
don't know. What do we have after that? John Moxley versus Bandito. Continental title match.
Banger.
This match was fucking great.
Beat the shit out of Bandito.
Bro.
Bandito
he
It
wore
was
all
like,
white, and I never even thought about. I
bro,
never even
the
thought
second I
about
saw
it.
him in all
Considered
white,
it.
I was like, oh.
I didn't consider it because we've seen him wear all white before, and he didn't bleed in, and then this happened. And bro, when like the way he he ripped this mask, it was like you saw his face, and then it was like the whole rest of the match, like it was great. It was great, man. Like
The crazy thing is, if you watch the storytelling, halfway through this match, him being bloodied early and airing all right, every other person except if Mox is that guy wins. The guy that was in white and that's bloody ends up winning the match. That's the story that professional wrestling has been telling for as long as I've been alive. And nope, it does not apply to Mox. Mox plays by Mox's rules. I just say, because then he choked him out. I was like, because I looked at my wife, I was like, man, the psychology of this match is Bandito's gonna win, and I'm like, that seems weird because this match really wasn't supposed to happen.
Would have went nuts.
Yes,
bro.
Yes.
Bandito had these and this keeps happening month after month with Bandito too. Like the crowd keeps
happening all year.
The crowd keeps telling Tony Khan, we would like to see you push Bandito, and I feel like they never will.
It's him and Takeshita. It's him and Takeshita were like, yo, look, there was a point in time where we were doing this pillar shit or whatever else, and we had like the secondary pillar guys, whatever else, and we passed that. Like all the shit that we doing with people, talented people, ultimately like that we've invested in people like Garcia, people like Jungle Boy, people like Sammy Guevara at the beginning, whatever else. We have other people now that was like, we want to see this for these people. Like we want to see the Takeshita in main event title situation or whatever else. Like we want to see Bandito because they're the best. They're two of the very best wrestlers in the world, including this promotion. We know this. They're generational. They're best wrestling generation, along with the Hangmans and all the people we mentioned earlier in the show. They absolutely belong. They're actually in that tier. We've seen them do it with these guys at the same level, right? It's just, are you going to wait too long? And all we going to have is just the great moments and great matches? Are you going to get these people where it's like, hey, man, tap into something? At least, they at least got it. It took a long time with the Okada thing with Takeshi, but like at least he finally got to gold. And it's like, ROH World Title, cool. Bandito needs to be a Continental champion or a TNT champion or even higher, because those are the kind of matches he can bring out of people.
Bandito Takeshita Continental Classic Final, sign me up right now.
My God, I would love that.
You saw the match they had last year, Jesus
dude. It was my match of the year. I was one of the people that voted. And I
remember at some point just looking over at Jamie while we were watching. I was like, that shit 5. And he was like, man, this shit better than 5. I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I just don't know about 5. You're right.
Yeah. I'm sitting in the first row over there, just like watching this, and I'm like, the jaws open. I was like, no match is gonna beat this tomorrow. And All In, no match is gonna beat this. This is this is the match of the weekend.
The whole AEW roster at the end of All In Dallas was trying to get it over the top with all them run-ins and shit. Still didn't outdo what's it called? Bigger moment, right? Because that's their WrestleMania or whatever else. Yeah. And that blood shit that was happening with that fucking the way that Moxie bled at the beginning, the way that he was getting stabbed by Hangman. Oh, we was out there early, but still, they won bell to bell. They weren't doing what Bandito and Takeshita were doing.
Dude, man.
Jules Mack says, FYI, it's tradition in Mexico to wear white for title matches. That's the real reason he wore white.
Oh.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Thank you for that. I never knew that.
Didn't know that.
Thank you.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I thought the crowd would have went fucking nuts. I thought it was a good brawl, and we saw Lucha Mox in the very beginning.
Yes, we did.
Whatever, man. Like, look. Find who you lose to this belt to, nigga. Get out my face. That Dictator John shit was a shoot, nigga. Like,
I gotta tell you. Mox is my wrestler of the year right now.
Bro, he's been rematches are great. Like, but the problem is
consistently all year, just great matches.
They've been great all year long. Yeah. The only issue is like, I mean, that's high. I mean, he has to go against Bandito. That means he has to go against Takeshi. That means he has to go against Okada.
There's
He has
6
to go
months
against
left.
Omega. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
the G1's still about to happen. you know,
we don't got to worry about the
but we got redemption, and I heard there's gonna be.
I heard what you said. You said you got to worry about the G1. That's nasty. That's nasty. Look, man, Takeshi's in there.
Takeshi's in it. Takeshi's in it. Him and Suji at that.
Granted, he wasn't great. He wasn't. He wasn't like. He didn't go off like we expect him to, like compared to other people that have done in the G1 last year. But it's not like he don't have the potential.
Yeah,
because he's in a block where he could get off some a bunch of 4-star matches.
Yeah, starting off with Suji,
right.
I can get my win back because I had to watch that bum beat Takeshi at Wrestle Kingdom. Shit.
So up next, we had a singles match. Kenny Omega defeats Zack Sabre Jr. and repossesses the Tokyo Sports Award that Zack Sabre Jr. stole. And meanwhile, Kenny Omega never won one, so that was the only thing on the line really for me. I think Kenny Omega kicked the shit out of this guy, and quite frankly, I was glad to see it.
This
was personal.
I can't think of another time I saw a match between where it wasn't like a monster involved or a Goliath involved, where they're having a match of that level where one guy's clearly showing like I'm better than this guy in Kevin. The way he was chopping Sabre, and we've seen Sabre versus people like Walter and seen him get destroyed, but like. It seemed like Omega was trying to go through the bird cage and get to his heart every time he chopped him. Like when he did the double foot, when he pulled off that announce table thing, and he did the double stomp on his chest, it was like, T.I. like, I'm gonna rip your heart out your chest with my bare hands, ho nigga. Like he was trying to get to that man's chest through the bird cage. It was crazy, bro. And Sabre, this is what I wanted a Sabre Omega match to be, where it's like he is going to do all the stuff you want Kenny Omega to do, and then he's also going to, and then it's a sharing above worlds. It's like, how can he possibly, the way he's hitting him, how can he possibly make this work? It's like, every time you try something, I'm gonna put you in the next hole. And let's see if you got enough stuff. And anytime you ever try anything technical with me, I'm reversing and now your ass in trouble. I love this match. Like I think
Can
I mean
put
outside
this fuck nigga in
of
an armbar, showed him what it was.
Yes,
bro, that shit was awesome. I forgot what it was. There was a spot where I think it was an escape out of a One Wing Angel. We turned to like
that was actually pretty
shit
cool.
Was clean.
Yeah, that was pretty cool actually.
Sabre, this is why we're all me and Rich do not like Sabre's style on a night-to-night basis. But when you put him in the ring and you say go have a super match, he damn well can do it as well as he can damn well can execute and be as almost as replicable as any of the best wrestlers in the world. It's just it comes down to taste, and if you like his taste, I see why motherfuckers think this motherfucker is the best wrestler in the world. Cause like I've seen enough stuff when like I love them Danielson matches. That Danielson match he had in New Japan. Oh my god, a New Beginning. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I thought my brother was listening to Rich because when Zack Sabre, my brother didn't know the card, and Zack Sabre Jr. came out, and he just audibly groaned. He's like, not this guy. I was like, have you been listening to Rich? I was like, what is going on? And then by the end of the match, he was like, okay. He's like, their styles work together well. They blended the styles together where it's remained an interesting match. Because my brother was ready to check out. He's ready to light up.
Go a lot of ways.
Because Sabre can't eat you up if he wants to. Where it's just like he's holding you in the next hole to the next thing, the next thing. You feel like he's playing defense against the fun of a match.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the one thing he don't get enough credit for is he's an incredible seller.
Yeah.
You don't get enough credit for that. And like you talk about the technical wizardry of all that, like the magic of what he makes it work is whenever there's something for him to sell, he sells it big, and you know he's hurt whenever he's getting whatever's done to him, and you feel it in his matches.
I know they can't because of the tag.
He's not a bot. He has a soul. He knows how to work a crowd. Definitely.
I know they can't because of the tag league, but if we had to reserve a New Japan spot in the Continental Classic, I would like it to be Zack Sabre Jr. because
Sure.
I just think for those matches, I think he would, he's always good in the G1.
He's always
So,
good in
yeah.
AEW. Always.
Yeah. So, no, I really did think this match was, and it was crazy because this might have been people's match on the night if it was any other company. Any other company.
It has a 9.00 on Cage Match right now, and it's like, maybe the third best match of the night. Maybe.
Yeah. It's like
fourth best match of the night.
For me,
like
For me, I had it as the second best match of the night. But the points that remains, there might have been three 5-star matches on this show.
Yeah, and it was just like
I'm not I wouldn't give it 5-star, but if you gave Sasha and Maya 5 stars, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I definitely gave it.
I definitely got it at 4 3/4.
Yeah. The emotion made it 5 for me. The emotion variety.
Yeah, in the moment I was like, "Yo,"
I get it.
I was like, "Stars are fake. 5 stars."
I get it.
But that takes us to the opener with
That's
the
crazy.
Young Bucks, Sky Team, Maskura Dorada, and Mystico, and Shingo Takagi and Teton. And what the fuck else did you think we was gonna see?
Yeah, contractually.
Greatness. The fuck?
Contractually, I have to say FTR is the greatest tag team of all time.
Oh, brother, I don't know.
But contractually, I'm not gonna ever say anybody's better than the Young Bucks. You ain't gonna hear that sentence. You're not gonna hear that sentence come out of my mouth. FTR is the best tag team. Are they better than Young Bucks? I decline to comment on that.
I plead the fifth.
They are, to me, a lot of ways the Ric Flair of the tag division because so many teams have had their best match with the Young Bucks. It's like they have this match and you think, oh man, they might be good. Then they go have other matches not with the Young Bucks and you realize they were good because the Young Bucks were there. And it's like heel, face, tweener, whatever role you want to do, they're going to do it. It's like, okay, Swerve and Will Ospreay put on one of the best matches I've ever seen. They also put on one of the best matches I've ever seen with the Young Bucks at All In last year. I'm just like, this is what they do. And it's like if you wanna sit there with your arms crossed at home, pouting, pretending like you don't like it, because that's what you're doing. You're pretending like you don't like it. You're pretending like you don't like it. Ooh, let me look at Jim Cornette's at home, like, man, they're good. Oh my God, they're good. But guess what? I can't run off my audience, so I gotta say they suck. So, I'm like, I don't like. You say the Young Bucks aren't good. What are you watching? What?
Right.
Show me. Tell me what's not good. Tell me what in the professional wrestling realm, selling, strikes, holds, energy. What don't they do? What aren't they in the top 5 ever at? Just you tell me. I will sit and shut up, which I'm not good at, and listen to you try to sell me on the fact that this ain't the best damn tag team you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Had a full screen Floyd for that, or a big screen Floyd for that. Put him on the screen.
Yeah, I'm like, the man, they are just, God, they're exceptional. And it's just like, put them with anybody. You put them with the Dogs tonight, everybody's cheering. Yep. You put them with the Guns. You put them with anybody you want. Like shit, you want to make the Rascals the top team in AEW? Put them with the Young Bucks. That's all you got to fucking do. It's that simple. It's like I don't know what else to tell you. I love my team. Don't get me wrong. FTR, I'll ride or die 10 toes down. But you can't. I'm not gonna let you disparage the Young Bucks. I'm not gonna let you disparage the best you ever seen because the whole tag team thing that we love is probably dead without them.
Turn it up,
man.
Turn it up.
Got an FTR lifer on the payroll, giving praise to the Young Bucks. Can't say One Nation Radio ain't the best.
Telling you, just producing greatness, man. But that was the show, man. Like, awesome. Incredible fucking Forbidden Door again.
I want to just point out, Shingo, he had that shit in third gear last night,
dude.
And it didn't matter because the crowd loves him because he's Shingo Takagi, and the Young Bucks basically set him up like, look, bro, you finna hit your jab joint that you do. You finna pump and bomb people like in no cell and roar. Yeah. It was awesome, man. Like
Mystico.
Easy night. Him and Mystico both. Easy night for both of them. Why? Because the Young Bucks set the match up.
The best.
Yeah. Dream team, Young Bucks and Rick Knox, the dream team.
Bro, I actually noticed that. I was like, Rick Knox was reffing the women's match. I was like going to text you. I was like, did you ever think Rick Knox would be reffing a Starlight Kid match? Like,
oh me, no.
this is funny.
Because the whole gimmick with Rick Knox is he's old and bald. He's Mr. Magoo, and because he's always out of touch and behind on everything, they let the refs the whole like the world and the way this works for a tag team match with Rick Knox is that he is incompetent. So you're allowed to get away with everything because he's incompetent. Like it's literally like he's almost like a play on Jordy Crawford, NBA coach or NBA ref. It's like he's incompetent, so you can get away with certain things or whatever else because it goes all these crazy places where there is no 5 count. It's really a 10 count or a 20 count, or really we ain't count at all because he out here trying to figure out what's going on. The refs are moving too fast for him to keep up with, but it keep on payroll because the matches end up being hot. In kayfabe, Tony Khan is derelict in his duty as actually handling refs. This man should not have a reffing license. Rick Knox in kayfabe. And at this point, given that Rinsberg be doing all these MJF matches, all the damn cheating in them, neither should Rinsberg. Rinsberg should be barred from reffing in AEW all them damn times. He'd let this. He really be carrying that ring, right?
Oh yeah.
When you watch him, no, he be carrying the ring for MJF, and then he slips at MJF in the middle of the match. I peeped that. He's on
the payroll. On the payroll.
No. I just mean in kayfabe, or not in kayfabe, but like out of kayfabe. Like he's that involved with whatever MJF got going on. Then anyway, great show, man. All time show.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows if everyone talks every year about.
If this ain't the best show of the year, it's the second best show of the year so far.
And if you're not in the Social Suplex Discord, you missing out. So, your ass needs to be in there talking about this because that's where the hot takes come from. That's where the good takes come from. So, be there.
It's rough in the Social Suplex Discord.
Oh,
they're thinking shit sweet.
I heard something happen, but I'll be in there like.
Just saying, don't go in there thinking everybody's gonna just chime in and say the exact same thing because that's not happening in there. There are a multitude of opinions in our Discord.
You will hop in there in that Discord and you will see people that love one wrestler and also in there with people talking to people that hate that wrestler.
Correct.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, dude. And it's like...
And you be like, why wrestlers be generally inoffensive. Be like, it ain't even like a CM Punk, volatile or polarizing person. It'll be like, who I don't fuck with? I don't fuck with Dan Garcia. What did Dan Garcia do?
Man.
Hey, as the person that got so much shit for being the long Hangman hater for about 3 months. That was
Floyd playing with his life.
Yes, that was fun. I was like, fuck that horse.
You're lucky Emily ain't pull up on you. Pull up on you.
Hey, you know what? You know what I ain't got to worry about? Emily or the Hangman winning the world title anymore.
All right. wait till Hangman turn heel, he be champion. Everyone will pull up. Look, I can't wait till Hangman was right t-shirts. Watch. Bullshit.
Yes, I just want MJF to have Hangman's nameplate in his pocket because he owns it.
Oh my god!
You ain't gonna ever get to use this again.
You should imprint it in his scarf.
You talk tough for a real person that ain't got no Donald Trump security.
Hey,
send them shit, them hot shit. We better knock it off.
Hangman can be the greatest national champion in the history of AEW.
All right,
the national champion
to radio. Floyd, give us on where we can reach you the podcast on all things elite.
All right, I'm recording in a few hours with the AEW Match Guy with Sir Sam, so make sure you check that out. Sting versus Ric Flair from the original Clash of the Champions, and then of course All Things Elite. This is the All Things Elite review. I ain't doing this again. This is the All Things Elite review. So when you check out the Twitter, it'll just be a link to this show. There you go. It is done. We'll get some of Austin's thoughts on our show, but yeah, this was the review for me. And but yeah, at AT Elite Pod on Twitter. I try to tweet. I don't do it often, but I try to tweet because honestly, if you're tweeting all the time, then what do you say on the show? You done gave all your best thoughts away.
Yeah, that is true.
So I tried to save some of this, for this. That's why, I was about to go back and watch Swerve, and I was like, well, I want my motion right now. I don't want to go back and see something and be like, oh, the nitpick. I want my motion right now. So that's what y'all got, the raw, the motion.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. If you are watching from the stream, wait till the show is up and posted and go to the show notes so you can go to the wrestling link, donate there, and be sure to listen to other shows on the network. Besides the One Nation Radio, you have Keep It Strong Style, All Things Elite, Imps Adventures, Wrestling Out with Chris Things, Tunnel Talk, the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast, AEW Match Guide, and Joe Shing and Ralph. Thanks for listening, y'all. Later.
Peace.
All right, I'm done recording.
All right, y'all. We're going to wrap it up. Appreciate y'all joining us this evening. Special joint. So
Fun show.
No Thursday show this week.
Okay.
I'm
No.
actually going to be coming down there. I leave Friday morning, so I'll be in town actually the week after the Clearwater show. I'm going to that show, and I'll still be in Florida that Thursday. So maybe we can link up or something.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm staying.
When are
at
you
my
coming
mom's. I'm gonna be there probably this weekend, like Sunday at the latest.
Okay.
I'll be
Gotcha.
at my mom's or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun week. So
Yeah, should be fun. I got G1 in 10 days, something like that.
let's get it. Going to
Gotta
Chicago.
get ready for that.
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna watch G1 this year.
yeah, they need to.
I'm not gonna let it pile up on me. I'm not gonna do it. I know Richard made the face like Jay's gonna be out here watching shit till like 5 in the morning, watching like 5 shows in a row. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
All I commit to is Takeshita matches. That's what I do every time. I just watch his matches. Everybody else, and then I watch the final. But I'm not watching. I did that 2 years in a row where I watched all 90-something matches, and I was done. It was like someone losing like over 100 pounds, and then they gain it, and it's like I'm never losing again. I'm just gonna die fat. That's how I feel about the G1. I am not doing it again. It was great. It was fun because one was during the regular time and one was during COVID, and yeah.
Okay, so 2020. Yeah, I watched 2020.
Yeah.
Last
wasn't shit else to watch.
but I didn't watch it on the list. So I watched 2020. I watched 2022, and I don't think I watched a whole G1 since.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's great wrestling. But once they started fucking with the format and start going to 4 blocks, that's when it changed for them.
Dude.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up on this stream, though.
All right, I'll holler at y'all
Peace, y'all.
later.
Later, y'all.